Hello Webkinz Big Brother fans, it's Avery here. The game has been a very long one with lots of twists and unexpected outcomes. Since we are down to the final 3 house guests, let's go back in time and observe how each house guest played the game thus far. It's time to take a trip down memory lane.
I'm back! I'm back in the Big Brother game.
Annaliese had a reputation already when she re-entered the Webkinz Big Brother house from Season 1. The house guests already knew her very well, or so they thought. Annaliese was assigned to Alejandro as his partner, much to Alejandro's dismay. The house guests were split on whether they were happy Annaliese was in the house or upset. In the head of household competition, Annaliese relayed some information she learned from the first season to her partner.
My mistake in the first season was getting the first head of household. I put a huge target on my back. So let's both drop, okay?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, me first and then you.
Annaliese tried to secure her position in the house by being friends with some of the house guests.
Trust me, I've always wanted to be a unicorn. A Pegasus? Nothing special.
At the first nomination ceremony, Zeus, the head of household, decided to nominate Celeste and Severus. At the veto competition, Symphonia wowed everyone by winning.
Congratulations, Symphonia. You are the winner of the veto.
Yes! At the veto ceremony, Symphonia decided to use the veto to save Celeste and her partner, Severus, from eviction.
I have decided to use the power veto to save my bestie. Oh, thank you!
Since he had to replace his nominations, Zeus decided to nominate Annaliese and Alejandro.
I guess that was expected.
Knowing that her life in the Big Brother house was in danger, Annaliese decided to talk to her new friends in the house.
Well, at least I know I have 3 votes to stay.
For some of the partners, the decision on whether to vote out Annaliese or Alejandro caused a bit of disagreement.
She's gotta go.
Diego, what if we have to vote as partners?
Well, then I guess we'll have to tell Avery that this partnership disagrees.
If Annaliese stays, we could get in alliance with her.
Oh yeah, that went really well the last time.
Well, that was when she was causing a lot of drama. And besides, we're smarter than Noelle and Taffy, okay?
Well, that's true, but so is she.
At the eviction ceremony, Annaliese pleaded with her house guests to try to save her game.
I hope I get to spend more time to get to know all of you guys. The time I have been here, it's been really great. Celeste, Symphonia, BooBoo, you guys are amazing house guests, and if I have to go, I hope you guys do really well in this game.
I vote to evict Annaliese.
Unfortunately, she was evicted by just 1 vote.
By a vote of 6 to 5. Annaliese, you have been voted out of the Big Brother dorm.
Okay.
She took the loss gracefully and wished her new friends well in the game.
Just remember everything that I've told you, okay?
We're gonna miss you so much.
Have fun. Don't forget us. It was great being in the house with all you guys.
Annaliese's second time playing in the Big Brother game was unfortunately cut very short. If Annaliese was one of your favorite house guests, don't worry, she'll be back on eviction night to wish the final 2 well. Thanks for playing, Annaliese. We were sorry to see you go so soon.
I'm BooBoo the glamorous gorilla. I want to be friends with everybody.
7 of you are about to enter the Big Brother dorm room.
BooBoo may have entered the Big Brother game with his twin sister, but the two are nothing alike. BooBoo wanted to play his game socially, and he did so from the moment he stepped into the house.
My name is BooBoo. I'm a glamorous gorilla, and I really love fashion.
When the partner twist was announced, BooBoo found out he would be partnered with Ginger.
Ginger and BooBoo. Well, at least we're sleeping in the same bed. It'll be easier to plan our strategy.
Oh my gosh, like, hi partner.
And when Annaliese entered the house, he was overjoyed.
It's freaking Annaliese.
In the head of household competition, BooBoo tried to hang on, since his goal was to win all head of households possible.
Hey, at least you're not, like, face first into her butt.
Ew, do not smell my butt.
Okay, well, just don't fart.
However, he made the choice to intentionally drop out of the competition. Not winning head of household, however, didn't seem to bother BooBoo too much, as he continued working on his social game, particularly with his idol, Annaliese. BooBoo was picked to play in the first veto competition,
Oh my gosh.
but unfortunately didn't do well enough to win. When his idol, Annaliese, was nominated as the replacement nominee, BooBoo knew he had to try to save her.
Annaliese, don't worry, we're not gonna vote you out.
Yeah, we're gonna do everything we can to make sure you stay. Really?
Seeing that some of his friends' partners were iffy about voting to keep Annaliese, BooBoo decided to confront his own partner and try to convince her.
I really have to think about this in the terms of my game and yours. You're my partner, and if we're gonna play this game well, we gotta do it together.
I understand.
At the eviction ceremony, BooBoo did indeed vote to keep Annaliese.
Hello, BooBoo.
Hello, Avery.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Alejandro.
But it wasn't enough, and he had to say goodbye to his idol.
We're gonna miss you so much.
Have fun. Don't forget us. It was great being in the house with all you guys. Bye.
During the second head of household competition, BooBoo unfortunately was eliminated. Not winning head of household didn't seem to bother BooBoo, as he continued to play his social game.
When I first went to college, totally gained the freshman 15 on bananas. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Okay, well, maybe I'll just eat one and not like the whole thing. That's a good idea. You don't want to get a big butt like I have. But that would be good, because you can land on it in jumping competitions.
At the second nomination ceremony, BooBoo evaded eviction, as Diego opted to put up Snickers and Miss Spooky. At the veto ceremony, Miss Spooky, who won the power of veto, chose to use it to save both herself and her partner, Snickers.
I choose to use the power of veto to save Snickers and myself.
Hooray!
This left the head of household Diego with the responsibility of replacing the nominations. Unfortunately for BooBoo, he and Ginger were the replacement nominees.
What? Oh no.
Ginger and BooBoo agreed to be friends outside of the house, but while they were in the game, knew they each had to try to guarantee their safety. They wished each other well and then parted ways to try to convince the house guests to vote in their favor.
May the best Webkinz win.
Most definitely. Good luck to you.
And good luck to you.
At the eviction ceremony, BooBoo made a final plea, hoping that his social game was good enough that the house guests would vote in his favor.
I really hope that you vote in my favor because, well, I don't think that I'm a harm to any of you, really, and I really hope that you like me enough to keep me in this game.
But when it was time to vote,
I vote to eliminate BooBoo. I vote to eliminate BooBoo.
I vote to eliminate BooBoo.
the house guests were on Ginger's side.
By a vote of 4 to 6, BooBoo, you have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Oh my god, I have to go. BooBoo, oh my gosh, no.
Poppie didn't take it well, despite BooBoo's attempts to try to tell her that it was alright.
Ginger and I agreed that whoever did better at, getting campaigns and everything would be the better player, and no hate at all, okay? We had an agreement, but I was not part of this agreement. And you know what, Ginger? I don't like you.
BooBoo said goodbye to his friends and left the Big Brother house. BooBoo was the second house guest to be evicted from the Webkinz Big Brother game, but he'll be back on finale night to say hello to everybody once again.
I'm gonna sink my teeth into whatever pathetic fools are dumb enough to believe my word.
Diego had a game plan when he entered the Big Brother game. He was going to manipulate to make his way to the top.
Currently, my only passion is football.
An athlete by nature, Diego was a perfect competitor for this type of game. His game plan was thrown for a loop when he was partnered up with the sorority girl Symphonia.
Symphonia and Diego.
Despite his athleticism, however,
Cat for...
Diego was the first to fall in the first head of household competition. At the first nomination ceremony, Diego avoided being nominated.
Diego, you're safe.
Thanks, man.
His partner, Symphonia, won the power of veto, keeping him safe as well as her from being put up as the replacement nominee. The house was divided for the first nomination ceremony, with about half the house wanting to keep Annaliese and the other half wanting to get her out. Diego and Symphonia were no different, and the two butted heads about who they wanted to keep.
I really hope we have to vote separately, because there's no way I'm voting my bud Alejandro out.
And when it was time to cast his vote, Diego stood his ground.
I vote to evict Annaliese.
At the second head of household competition, Diego proved his athleticism by snagging himself the win.
Yes! Woo! I did not hurt my body, and I'm safely in the basket and head of household.
You are like a really good jumper. How did you ever get that good?
I don't know. Comes with survival skills, I guess. Purple? Don't think of it as a girl's color. Think of it as a royalty color. You are the royal, house guest? Yeah. Seems legit. It is so comfy, though. Oh, that's right. Rest up, my little paw. Oh, man.
Diego fully enjoyed the head of household room with his new friends Alejandro and Matt. As the new head of household, Diego needed to choose a partnership to nominate for eviction.
I was thinking maybe Miss Spooky. Why's that? Well, I would have had to face her in the head of household competition, and she could have won had she not accidentally bounced out of that basket.
What Diego didn't know is that one of his new friends was actually spying on him to report back to Zeus, Onyx, and Poppie.
So, what's the news?
Well, he's thinking, Snickers and Miss Spooky?
What? At the nomination ceremony, Diego nominated Snickers and Miss Spooky.
Snickers, you're kind of, an outsider. You don't really fit in anywhere, and I feel like you're a nice guy, but I don't really know your strategy, so I feel like it's time to kind of see what you can do.
At the power veto competition, both Miss Spooky and Diego tied.
Diego and Miss Spooky have both received 11 points. When I heard it was a tie between Miss Spooky and I'm like, you know what, this is perfect. If she wins it, then she wins it.
But unfortunately, Miss Spooky won the tiebreaker. At the veto ceremony, Miss Spooky chose to save both herself and her partner, Snickers.
I choose to use the power of veto to save Snickers and myself.
Hooray!
Leaving Diego the responsibility of replacing the nominees. He chose to nominate
Ginger and BooBoo. What?
The house chose to vote out BooBoo.
By a vote of 4 to 6, BooBoo, you have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Oh my god.
The next head of household competition was won by Matt.
Yes! Woo!
Diego, Alejandro, and Matt met in the head of household room to discuss who should be nominated next. But when Matt suggested nominating one of the sorority girls, Diego got defensive.
I'm thinking one of the sorority girls. Okay, first off, one of the sorority girls is my partner. So say I put up you and Symphonia. Wait, why would you do that? Because I'm the head of household and we've got power in this house, so we can convince everybody to vote out Symphonia. Why wouldn't you put up Severus?
Unfortunately, at the nomination ceremony, Diego found himself sitting on the chopping block next to his partner, Symphonia.
Diego, you're my bud, but you questioned my loyalty to you and Alejandro, and I can't have that, so...
Feeling like Matt was overcome with power, Diego had a new fire in him to win the power of veto to save himself and his partner. But unfortunately, he was eliminated from the competition from fellow house guest, Ginger.
Who would you like to eliminate?
Diego.
What? Oh, come on.
The winner of the power veto, Onyx, opted not to use the veto to save Diego and Symphonia.
Unfortunately, I am choosing not to use the power veto on either of you.
At the nomination ceremony, Diego pleaded his case.
It's gonna suck if I have to go so soon because there's a lot of people here that I do like hanging out with in the house.
Unfortunately, the majority of the house guests voted to keep Symphonia.
I vote to evict Diego.
I vote to eliminate Diego.
By a vote of 6 to 3.
Diego, you have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Although he was betrayed by his former alliance member, Diego held his head high and gave Symphonia some advice before he left.
You were a great partner, and I know you can play this game. You have got more skill than you give yourself credit for.
Diego's eviction from the game certainly was a hard one, as it's never easy to leave the game knowing your friend, or someone you thought was your friend, evicted you. Diego will be back on finale night, and he's hoping to watch his friend Alejandro score the win.
My plan is perfect. Be cute and cuddly to whoever wants to trust me, and then lash out with my claws when the time is right.
Ginger's plan was a good one, but upon entering the Big Brother house and realizing she was the only signature in the game, she had to change her strategy.
Hello everybody, I'm Ginger. I'm a signature tabby cat, and apparently the only signature here. That's kind of a downer. I'm also a senior, and I am majoring in architecture.
And when the partner twist was rolled out, Ginger was partnered with BooBoo.
Ginger and BooBoo. Well, at least we're sleeping in the same bed. It'll be easier to plan our strategy.
Oh my gosh, like, hi partner.
In the first head of household competition, Ginger made the mistake of hanging by her feet.
I'm getting dizzy. I don't think hanging by my head is such a good decision. Oh no.
And fell down.
Are you okay? Yeah, I just need to get the blood flowing through my body again.
Not being in power and being the only signature in the game could make her stand out as a target, so Ginger decided to work on her social game.
I don't even know what I would do if a guy talked to me, like a guy that I like.
Well, I have seen the way that you're looking at Severus. Maybe.
Absolutely not.
Luckily, at the nomination ceremony, she wasn't seen as a big enough threat by head of household Zeus. When the veto winner, Symphonia, saved her new best friend, Ginger avoided being the replacement nominee. The decision for the first eviction ceremony was a tough one, and Ginger wanted to make her partner proud, but she also knew that this decision could reflect on her game.
I really have to think about this in the terms of my game and yours.
But ultimately, she decided that Annaliese was the bigger threat.
I vote to evict Annaliese.
In the head of household competition, Ginger tried but was unable to win. This didn't seem to hurt her game, since at the nomination ceremony, she was not nominated. Although Ginger wasn't doing so on competitions, her social game was going well. She was getting along with her fellow house guests and even giving advice to some.
Ladies would wait to look at it, I guess.
I'm not trying to change your view on it. I'm just saying, I would be really upset.
Well, getting upset at my partner, that's not a good idea. I mean, well, I've got to work with her, not against her, you know?
Oh, I know. I mean, when it came out to voting out Annaliese, BooBoo and I voted separately. He voted to keep her, I voted to let her go. But we're still working together.
At the veto ceremony, Miss Spooky, who won the power of veto, saved both herself and her partner. This left head of household Diego with the responsibility of replacing the nominations. His replacement nominees:
Ginger and BooBoo.
What?
Understanding she would have to compete against her partner and new friend BooBoo, she and BooBoo made an agreement that they would still remain friends no matter what happened in the game.
I just want you to know that even though I'm going to be asking everybody to vote for you to keep me safe, please don't take it personal.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, Ginger. I'm not taking it personal. It's just a game, and whoever has the best strategy wins.
Ginger didn't waste any time campaigning against her partner.
BooBoo has an ally for life, basically. Poppie Sparkleton.
Oh yeah, they're like siblings.
Exactly. And if he doesn't go, he's always going to have her. Whoever she's aligned with is always going to be in his favor.
This fortunately worked in her favor, because at the eviction ceremony,
I vote to eliminate BooBoo. I vote to eliminate BooBoo.
I vote to eliminate BooBoo.
BooBoo was evicted.
By a vote of 4 to 6, BooBoo, you have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Oh my god.
Much to Poppy's dismay, and she proclaimed a hatred towards Ginger and blamed her for the eviction.
You know what, Ginger? I don't like you, because somehow you convinced almost everybody in this house to vote against my brother.
Fortunately for Ginger, the next head of household was not Poppy. Although she wasn't in immediate danger, Ginger felt that her social game in the house had failed her, and she felt very alone.
I don't know how this game's gonna go. I don't have a partner, and, well, I don't really have any friends.
Well, you've got me. I may not be a friend, but there's something.
Fortunately for Ginger, behind the scenes in the head of household room, there had been a disagreement between Matt and Diego.
Ginger, you are safe.
Thank you, Matt.
This kept the target off of her back. For the veto competition, Ginger was surprised that she got picked.
Ginger. Oh, cool.
And although she tried her hardest,
Well, I always thought myself too dignified to play these kinds of games, but let's see how I do.
Congratulations, Ginger, you made the shot.
Whoa, I did?
she was eliminated by fellow houseguest Symphonia.
Now who are you going to eliminate? Ginger. Well, shoot. Ginger is now eliminated.
Not winning the veto didn't hurt her game, since the veto winner, Onyx, chose
Not to use the power veto on either of you.
at the eviction ceremony. She cast her vote for Diego,
I vote to eliminate Diego.
and Diego walked out the door. The next head of household competition was not a win for Ginger.
Shoot, I thought it was after episode 20.
She watched as Zeus won his second head of household.
Zeus is now the winner of the head of household competition. Oh my gosh.
At the nomination ceremony, Ginger found herself on the chopping block again.
So I have nominated Symphonia and Ginger. Ginger, I feel like you're a huge threat in this house. It's not because you're a singer, it's just because you're a really strong player.
Ginger had found herself in an alliance with Alejandro and Symphonia. Although Ginger and Symphonia were nominated, they suspected Zeus's real target was Alejandro.
I'm suspecting that they're trying to backdoor me.
Ginger stressed to Alejandro how important it was that he won the veto.
That's why it's really important that you have to win the veto.
Wait, me?
If either of us wins the veto, you can still be put up. But if you win the veto, you're pretty much safe and you can't be put up.
Unfortunately, Alejandro was not chosen to participate. In the veto competition, the house guests had to play hide and seek with Miss Spooky, who was chosen to host the competition. Unfortunately, Ginger didn't pick a great spot and was found first.
Is that a paw?
Haha. Am I the last one? Actually, you're the first. I'm not surprised whatsoever.
Fortunately for Symphonia, Celeste won the power veto, but it didn't look good for Ginger. Since Symphonia was saved, Zeus was forced to nominate Alejandro. Ginger confided in a new acquaintance, Snickers.
I want to trust Symphonia and Celeste, but...
Well, they're not exactly the brightest crayons in the box. Maybe you could talk to them and persuade them.
I'm thinking I might do that.
At the eviction ceremony, Ginger told her fellow house guests to vote to keep who would be better for their game.
I want you guys to vote for what's best for your game. I came here to play fairly, and I got put up fairly. And you know what? If you think it's better to keep me here, then vote for me. But if you think it's better for me to go and to keep Alejandro, then vote for him.
The house was torn between voting out Ginger and Alejandro,
I vote to evict Ginger.
I vote to evict Alejandro.
and the final count was a tie.
There are 4 votes for Ginger and 4 votes for Alejandro.
This meant that the head of household Zeus had to break the tie, and he did.
Ginger, yeah, you're evicted. Sorry.
Ginger, by a final vote of 5 to 4, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Well, I guess I kind of expected that.
Her fellow house guests were sad to see her go. Ginger's socializing almost kept her in the game a little longer, but unfortunately, she wasn't able to convince enough house guests to vote in her favor. This isn't the last you'll see of Ginger. She'll be back on finale night, perhaps hoping Poppie, who declared hatred for her, will not be in the final 2.
Hey guys, I'm Matt the Grey Wolf. I run with my own pack. Nobody tells me what to do.
Matt entered the Big Brother house determined to prove himself an alpha, just like he is at his college.
I'm Matt. I'm a Grey Wolf. I'm kind of in a pack and back in my college, but I'm the alpha currently because I'm a senior. That's pretty much it.
But when he entered the house, he found that this would be a little bit harder than he thought, especially once he found out he would have to play the game with a partner.
I'm the alpha here, got it? We'll see about that, wolf boy. Yes, we will.
Luckily, Matt was already using his head, because in the head of household competition, he struck a deal with Poppie and Zeus.
Look, I'm naturally an alpha. I'm the alpha of my wolf pack at my school. Trust me on this. I can give you guys advice.
Yeah, well, what about your partner?
Look, I'll talk to her about it, but if you can keep Onyx and I safe, I will help you through this first head of household, whichever of you win. Well, I guess we could use some help.
It's not a bad idea.
So do we have a deal? You'll keep us safe as long as I help you out? Are you okay with this, Poppie?
Totally.
Then deal.
And, true to his word, he showed up in the head of household room to offer his guidance.
Alright, Alpha, tell us what to do. Well, please tell me you have an idea. It's kind of a weird idea, and I don't know how well it's gonna work.
We're up for anything.
Okay, here goes. we get a spy. A spy? Are you serious? I know, it sounds weird, but we gotta have somebody to listen into conversations and see who sounds most threatening. It sounds valid.
Although he wasn't originally thrilled with having a partner, Matt took full advantage of it and signed Onyx on to be the spy for his new alliance.
I really hope there are some showmances this season. It'll make it really interesting.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like showmances? I mean, this is college. People hook up. This is gonna be exciting. I wonder if somebody would hook up with me.
You never know.
Luckily, while out spying, Onyx discovered Miss Spooky had a thing for Severus.
You want a showmance to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting. I want this game to be interesting if I'm gonna be here.
I gotta agree. Wait, I've got it. They can be the pawn. The pawn? Okay, I've gotta hear this one. Okay, so we put them up as a pawn, right? Either Miss Spooky or Severus, and then we all compete for the veto, and we take them off. And then by that time, we'll be able to see who are strong players and who aren't. He's got a point. That's a really good idea.
I love it!
Impressed by the way Zeus thought and the way the four of them worked together, Matt proposed they start an alliance together.
So 4 of us in an alliance? I love this idea.
I guess I'm game. My paw is in, and so is mine.
Yeah!
Although the alliance had planned on trying to win the veto so they could remove their pawns from the chopping block, Matt was not picked to play. Luckily, Symphonia, who had become friends with nominee Celeste, won the veto and saved the 2 nominees. Since his alliance's target this round was Annaliese, Matt voted out
Annaliese.
and Annaliese left the game. Although Matt didn't win the second head of household competition, he was still aligned with the power, since he was becoming friends with Diego, the second head of household. However, what Diego didn't know is that while Matt was happy to talk game with him, he was also spying for the Fantastic Four.
He's thinking, Snickers and Miss Spooky?
What? But we haven't even matched them up yet. There's no showmance.
So, Miss Spooky and Snickers as pawns.
We cannot let Miss Spooky go home. We've got to get her off the block if he nominates them.
I know, we'll save them. There's 4 of us.
The plan was to win the veto to save Miss Spooky and Snickers, but unfortunately Matt was not chosen to play in the competition. Luckily, Miss Spooky won the veto and used it to save herself and Snickers.
Ginger and BooBoo.
What? No way.
Knowing Miss Spooky was going to use the veto, the Fantastic Four discussed who Matt should tell Diego to put up as replacement nominees.
She's older than most of us, if not all of us, I guess. Oh, come on, Onyx. Who else is there? It's gonna have to be Ginger and BooBoo. I'm sorry, but I'm sure we can get everybody to vote out Ginger.
Well, you better, or I'm gonna hold it against you for the rest of the game.
Come on, no grudges.
Luckily, Matt was persuasive, and Diego nominated
Ginger and BooBoo.
What?
At the eviction ceremony, Matt voted with his alliance,
I vote to eliminate Ginger.
but it wasn't enough to save BooBoo.
By a vote of 4 to 6, BooBoo, you have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Oh my god. I have to go. BooBoo, oh my gosh, no.
Fortunately for the Fantastic Four, Matt won the head of household competition.
New head of household, yeah!
In the head of household room, Matt and Diego butted heads when Matt recommended putting up one of the sorority girls because Diego, being the partner of Symphonia, one of the sorority girls, got offended.
I'm trying to talk strategy, and you won't even listen. You're letting feelings get in the way. Wow, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich. Talk to you later.
Matt decided to go through with this plan and nominated Symphonia and Diego. In the veto competition, partner and fellow alliance member Onyx won the power of veto. She chose not to use the power. And when the votes were in,
I vote to evict Diego.
I vote to eliminate Diego.
By a vote of 6 to 3. Diego, you have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Diego found himself voted out of the Big Brother house. Matt's luck continued when fellow alliance member Zeus won the head of household, but Matt was concerned that Zeus would no longer trust him after what happened with his head of household.
I need to ask you a huge favor. Ask away. I'm your partner. Okay, well,
Do you think you could talk to Zeus and convince him to put Alejandro up?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could try, but what's your reasoning for this?
I don't want Alejandro coming after me because now he's allianceless. He doesn't have Diego to lean on, so he's got nobody. And he certainly doesn't have Annaliese because she's gone. So I'm worried that he'll try to come after me, and I just want him gone before that happens.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to talk to him.
He had nothing to worry about since Zeus nominated Ginger and Symphonia. Matt was chosen to play in the veto competition, but unfortunately did not win.
Please tell me I'm the last one.
Actually, no.
Luckily for him, Celeste won the power of veto, which meant she would be taking off her friend, the nominee, Symphonia. Matt approached Zeus to ensure that Alejandro was the target.
So we're backdooring Alejandro, right? Maybe Alejandro's not my target.
Yeah, really.
But he discovered his plan was not Zeus's plan too.
For me, this game is survival. And maybe for me, that means getting out Ginger. Are you serious?
Clearly, you haven't spent enough time to Zeus to know when he's not kidding.
Wait, you're siding with him over me? Your partner?
Just because I'm forced to play the game with you doesn't mean I agree with everything you do.
Wow. You know, I thought I could trust you, Onyx, but now, I'm not so sure.
Although his alliances seemed to be crumbling apart, Matt was determined to try to get Alejandro out.
I vote to evict Alejandro.
But unfortunately, there was a tie, and Zeus had to cast the final vote.
Ginger, yeah, you're evicted.
And Ginger walked out the door. For the next head of household competition, the viewers and fans of Webkinz Big Brother determined who would be the next head of household. The fans chose Symphonia. At the nomination ceremony, Symphonia nominated Matt and his partner Onyx.
Matt, I feel like everybody in this house just wants you out, and you just bring in so much bad energy because of the whole like Diego and Alejandro deal.
During the veto competition, Matt tried, but unfortunately lost the veto to partner Onyx.
Matt, you got the question wrong, so that means you have been like eliminated. That means that Onyx is the winner of the power of veto.
What? Really?
Well, congratulations, Onyx. This is awesome.
Yeah.
He was shocked when Onyx decided not to use the power of veto.
So I have decided not to use the power of veto to save myself and Matt. Sorry, Matt.
Feeling betrayed, he confronted his partner and said some choice words that unfortunately backfired and spread around the house.
Matt wanted to talk to Onyx, right? Well, I don't know what they were talking about, but he told her that she is a horrible, two-faced, backstabbing Kinz because she tried to tell him the house hates him because of the whole Diego thing. Wait, what? So he's blaming her for something that he did? Yeah, I don't even know what the heck happened, but suddenly, apparently he, accused her of being horrible when she was just trying to tell him why we all want him out.
What a jerk.
Knowing that the house was intentionally ignoring him at the eviction ceremony, Matt tried to sway his house guests in his favor by telling them Onyx was the real threat.
If you vote me out, you are losing the chance to vote out a two-faced, backstabbing Kinz. Don't trust Onyx. If you make a power move in this house, she will make it look like you're a bad person and turn the house against you.
But the house had made up its mind.
I vote to evict Matt.
I proudly vote to evict Matt.
And Matt was the 5th house guest evicted from Webkinz Big Brother Season 2.
By a unanimous vote, Matt, you have been evicted. You know what? Not really surprised. When Onyx betrays you all, don't say I didn't tell you so.
Like, good riddance.
Matt, sorry, but I don't want your apologies, Onyx, and I'm honestly so glad to be leaving a house full of really lame Big Brother house guests.
Matt came into the house certain to be the alpha, and for a while he was aligned with the power, but unfortunately his choices came back to bite him in the tush. We'll see Matt again on finale night. Make sure not to miss it, because he may be bringing some drama.
Hey, I'm Symphonia, the Harmony Puppy. I'm pretty cheerful, so I think I can lead the house guests into thinking what I think is best until I get to the end of the game.
Symphonia entered the Big Brother house with a cheerful attitude.
Oh my gosh, you're in a sorority too? Like, yeah.
She soon found herself a new best friend for life in fellow house guest Celeste, who was also in a sorority. But she was heartbroken when she found out the house guests would have to play in partners, and Celeste would not be her partner.
Symphonia, and Diego.
Oh my gosh, like, no, we can't be partners now. Like, I know. It's okay, we can still be friends. Like, this is so not fair.
In the first head of household competition, Symphonia couldn't hang on.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Symphonia, but you have fallen and you are out of the competition.
Not winning the first head of household competition didn't hurt Symphonia's game, as her social game was very strong. Already with a best friend in the house, Symphonia continued to socialize with other house guests.
You are like a big brother goddess.
When first head of household Zeus nominated Celeste, Symphonia proved her strength by winning the first veto competition. She used the veto to save Celeste. But she was heartbroken when Annaliese was nominated instead. She was very determined to keep Annaliese.
Why? She is so sweet.
She could be sweet all she wants. This game is full of liars, and I think Annaliese is a liar.
But unfortunately, the votes were not in the Golden Pegasus' favor, and Symphonia watched her new friend walk out the door. Luckily for Symphonia, her partner Diego won head of household and she was safe for the round. Unfortunately for Symphonia, however, she found herself on the chopping block the following week, nominated by new head of household Matt. During the veto competition, Symphonia did very well, but unfortunately was eliminated by Onyx. Onyx went on to win the veto but chose not to use it to save Diego and Symphonia. Luckily for Symphonia, the majority of the house was targeting Diego,
I vote to evict Diego.
I vote to eliminate Diego.
and she found herself a single in the Big Brother game. Symphonia started to feel like she was alone in the house and unprotected without her partner by her side. She talked to the other singles in the house, Alejandro and Ginger, and they told her they had her back.
Singles, look out for each other.
Yeah, definitely.
The singles made a half alliance, one they would act on only if one of them was in danger.
We're like making an alliance? Kind of. Only if we get up.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to know that I have somebody to count on if I do get up.
It turned out that this alliance was a good idea, since Symphonia found herself on the chopping block.
Symphonia, I feel like you really dodged a bullet with, Diego being up because Diego was a stronger player, but I feel like with you by yourself, you're still, sneaky, and I just, I gotta protect my game, and I'm so sorry. I hope you don't take it personally, but it's just a game.
The singles alliance suspected that Alejandro was the real target, and they told him he needed to win the veto to keep himself safe. But the winner of the veto competition was Celeste, who returned the favor from when Symphonia saved her in the first round by saving her this round.
I am choosing to use the power veto to take Symphonia off of the chopping block.
And Symphonia watched as new alliance member Ginger walked out the door. The next head of household competition was determined by Webkinz Big Brother viewers and fans, who selected Symphonia as the new head of household.
Like, awesome! Oh my gosh, Symphonia, I knew you could do it.
Never doubt yourself. Like, we are strong, okay? Just because we're not like beasts like Matt or Diego doesn't mean we're not good.
Oh, thanks, Celeste. You're like so sweet.
Symphonia decided to use her power to nominate Matt and Onyx.
You made me a single, so I guess it's kind of vengeance for that.
In the veto competition, Symphonia was unable to win. The winner, Onyx, decided to make a bold move and not use the power of veto, keeping Symphonia's nominations the same, and her target, Matt, was the one eliminated this round. The next head of household, Miss Spooky, chose to nominate Symphonia's friend Celeste and her partner Severus. Symphonia was devastated since Miss Spooky seemed to be targeting their friendship specifically.
Celeste, you and Symphonia are really strong because you're such good friends, and I feel like that could affect my game or someone else's game in this house.
Luckily, she was picked to play in the veto competition, but unfortunately, she was unable to win. However, the veto winner, Snickers, used the power of veto to save Celeste.
I have decided to use the power of veto to save you.
Thank you, Snickers. Thank you so much.
This unfortunately backfired as Miss Spooky picked Symphonia and Alejandro as the replacement nominees.
Alejandro and Symphonia.
Oh wow, didn't see that one coming.
Of course.
Worried that she would be the one evicted, Symphonia vented how she felt to her friend Celeste.
I can't even eat anything because I'm just a nervous wreck and I'm gonna starve. Don't starve, like you will get skinnier than skinnier.
The house couldn't seem to decide which of the two nominees they wanted to evict.
I vote to evict Symphonia. I vote to evict Alejandro.
I vote to evict Symphonia.
The votes ended up in a tie, forcing Miss Spooky to cast the final vote. And she did, unfortunately, evicting
Symphonia. Symphonia, by a vote of 4-3, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Well, I don't know why, honestly, because he's a bigger threat than I am. I haven't really done anything.
Symphonia and Celeste were both heartbroken. The friends would be separated. But fortunately for Celeste, Symphonia became the first jury member. Although Symphonia had to leave the Big Brother game, her job was not done. She will be back on finale night to cast her vote as a member of the jury to determine who will win Season 2 of Webkinz Big Brother.
I'm Miss Spooky the Black Cat. I'm pretty dark, so watch out for me slinking through the shadows to evict one house guest at a time.
Miss Spooky's goal to be in the shadows worked very well for her in the game. She was quiet and was in the background most of the time.
I like poetry and writing, and I guess I'm kind of a loner.
When the partners twist was announced, Miss Spooky was partnered with Snickers.
Joy. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping I was gonna get stuck with Severus or Onyx, or even Matt. He's kind of cool. But no, I got stuck with the monster.
In the head of household competition, Miss Spooky voluntarily dropped out.
Sorry, Miss Spooky, but you were fallen and you were out of the competition. That competition is not even worth it.
Miss Spooky's intentions on laying low were thwarted when Onyx overheard a conversation between her and Ginger.
I mean, I got a lot of attention from boys.
What?
Wow, like, I can't even imagine. I don't even know what I would do if a guy talked to me, like a guy that I like. Well, I have seen the way that you're looking at Severus. Maybe, absolutely not. He is a dog and I'm a cat. Interesting.
It was then that she unknowingly became part of a secret plot to get a showmance happening for this season.
Wait, but guys, don't we want a showmance?
You want a showmance to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting. I want this game to be interesting if I'm gonna be here.
I gotta agree. Wait, I've got it. They can be the pawn. The pawn? Okay, I've gotta hear this one. Okay, so we put them up as a pawn, right? Either Miss Spooky or Severus, and then we all compete for the veto, and we take them off.
Despite spying on her, however, Onyx did talk to Miss Spooky, and the two admitted that they saw each other as friends.
I do consider you a friend, even though I just met you. Really? A friend? Wow, I don't know what to say. You have had friends before, right? No, not really. I'm kind of a loner, you know, but you're actually really cool. Well, thanks.
This would ignite an alliance later on in the game. Luckily for Miss Spooky, she was not chosen as one of the pawns for this round. After the veto competition, Severus and Celeste were saved by veto winner Symphonia. Alejandro and Annaliese were the replacement nominees. It was during this time that Miss Spooky found herself in a solidified alliance with Onyx and Severus.
So are we an alliance then?
I'd say so. We're working together, aren't we? We need a name. A really cool name.
The Shadow?
The Shadow.
Nobody even knows we exist. And I'm pretty much a shadow as it is.
I love it. The Shadow.
The shadow that'll haunt you in your Big Brother dreams. Whoo!
And like everyone else, when Annaliese was up for eviction, she voted her out.
I vote to evict out Annaliese by a vote of 6-5.
Annaliese, you have been voted out of the Big Brother dorm.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Miss Spooky found herself on the chopping block when the next head of household, Diego, nominated her and her partner, Snickers.
Miss Spooky, you're not so much an outsider. I know you have friends in the game, but we don't really know much about you. You're really, really quiet. You keep things to yourself. And, again, like, kind of the same reason for Snickers. I just want to see what your potential is. Okay, house guests, it is time for the Webkinz Fan Anyone Movie Favorites Competition.
Miss Spooky, however, won the power of veto and was able to save herself and her partner. Miss Spooky flew under the radar for quite some time. She avoided any attention and was not nominated, nor did she win any competitions. However, she was eventually chosen to be the host for the veto competition. This competition was a hide-and-seek game in which she would have to personally seek out each competitor.
Nothing here. Found you, Severus.
I thought that was gonna be a winner for sure. Wait, did I win?
No, sorry. I found you fourth.
Well, darn.
Eventually, the competition ended, and Celeste ended up being the winner. Amusingly, even though Miss Spooky was part of a secret plot to get a showmance happening with her and Severus, she started teasing Onyx about a possible showmance with Onyx and Zeus.
Because Matt is a jerk and I don't want to have to bow down to him, and neither does Zeus. Neither does Zeus, What is that supposed to mean? I think I see a showmance in the works. Not even. Come on, you know me. I don't do showmances. You can't fool me, Onyx. I know you've got a thing for Zeus. Isn't that what everybody says? Miss Spooky, you are such a dumb kinz. Yes, there's a showmance in the works, and it's not mine. It's yours.
The next head of household competition was a video competition in which the fans and viewers of Webkinz Big Brother personally selected who would become the next head of household. Miss Spooky was tied with Symphonia, but unfortunately, she lost. When Onyx, one of Miss Spooky's friends and a member of the Shadow Alliance, was on the block, Miss Spooky voted to save her.
I vote to evict Matt.
Fortunately, Onyx had enough votes to stay, and her partner, Matt, walked out the door.
Matt, you have been evicted. You know what? Not really surprised.
Miss Spooky was surprised to win the next head of household competition and find herself in a position of power.
Miss Spooky is the new head of household. I am.
Dang. Congratulations, Miss Spooky.
Woohoo, Miss Spooky, you go, girl. Oh my gosh, you didn't even answer like a single question. You've got some good strategy.
Actually, I just didn't know the answers. Congratulations, Miss Spooky. You are the next head of household.
Miss Spooky was unsure what to do with the power that came with being the head of household, so she asked her alliance for help.
We have to stop being friendly and start playing the game, or we're gonna get nowhere. Yeah, you're right. I'd go up as a pawn again if you needed me to.
I could go up as a pawn too. I mean, I'm assuming I'd have everybody's backs.
It's too risky. We don't know what everybody thinks about you and Celeste. I am not endangering you, Severus.
Okay.
I'd be more likely to put Onyx up. It seems everybody likes her. But who with is the question.
Torn with not knowing who to nominate, Miss Spooky was stuck with a very tough decision. But eventually, she decided on
Severus and Celeste, I have nominated you both for eviction. This was a really hard decision since I feel so warmly towards everybody in the house. We've pretty much evicted everybody who is a problem causer or is really strong.
In the veto competition, Miss Spooky unfortunately did not win, but her partner, Snickers, did.
Snickers has now won the power of veto. Congratulations, Snickers.
Oh boy, I actually won something. The power of veto. Oh, good job, Onyx. And good job, all of you guys.
Miss Spooky asked Snickers to use the power of veto, which he did.
I have decided to use the power of veto to save you.
Thank you, Snickers. Thank you so much.
With the responsibility of putting up 2 house guests as replacement nominees, Miss Spooky decided on
Alejandro and Symphonia.
Oh wow, didn't see that one coming.
You're both strong in your own ways, and I feel like if I don't try to get you out now, that he could come back to haunt me in the future later in the game.
During the eviction ceremony, the house could not decide who they wanted to vote out, and it was up to Miss Spooky to cast the tiebreaker vote.
I really don't want to do this, and I'm very sorry, but Symphonia. Symphonia, by a vote of 4 to 3, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Unfortunately for Miss Spooky, the next head of household was Celeste. Celeste, being Symphonia's friend, targeted Miss Spooky since she was responsible for evicting the Harmony puppy.
Honestly, I really hope you get out, and I hope that house helps you get out.
Knowing their alliance member was in danger of being evicted from the house, the Shadow came up with a plan to save her.
If we are lucky and we do win the veto, we're going to go to Celeste and we're going to suggest Poppie and Zeus. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what I would do without you.
The veto competition was hosted by previous house guest Rookie. Unfortunately, Miss Spooky was unable to win the competition, and the power of veto went to Zeus.
The winner of the veto. Yes! Awesome! I did it! I remembered. Yeah! Good job. That was a rough competition. Thanks, Severus.
Zeus, unfortunately, decided not to use the power of veto.
I have decided not to use the power of veto. Celeste, your nominations remain the same.
Leaving Miss Spooky and Snickers nominated for eviction. Earlier in the game, Miss Spooky won a special reward where she got to watch a movie she picked with 2 house guests of her choice. Because she was in danger of being evicted from the Big Brother house, she got to enjoy this reward. Onyx and Severus, the 2 house guests she picked, enjoyed it with her. During this time, knowing that she may be evicted, Severus decided to make a move on his crush on her.
Can we pause the movie for a second?
Sure. Where are you going?
Nowhere. I just wanted to talk to you.
Right now?
I know you're probably going home. I know there's probably not a good chance, and I know it's because you won the HOH, and I know it's because Celeste is mad. I have enjoyed playing this game with you. I really have. It's been so much fun, and you're a great friend. I mean, well, now, and
Cat doesn't have your tongue this time. What are you trying to say?
I wanted to say I really like you. Like you. Like, I have a...
I know. I just wanted to hear you say it. I actually like you too.
You do?
Well, it's nice to have another Halloween Webkinz who likes me. When this game is over, we should try this whole dating thing everybody talks about.
Really? You'd want to go on a date with me?
I don't see why not.
During the eviction ceremony, Miss Spooky was evicted by 1 vote.
By a vote of 2 to 3, Miss Spooky, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. I assumed it was gonna happen that way. Oh, Miss Spooky, I'm so sorry.
Celeste was proud of the work she accomplished as head of household.
Karma strikes back.
Miss Spooky, unfortunately, was the first of the Shadow to walk out the door. But she will be back on eviction night with the other 2 members of the Shadow to decide, as part of the jury, who will win Webkinz Big Brother Season 2.
Hello everybody, I'm Snickers, the Midnight Monster. I might be a weird dude, but don't let that fool you into thinking I'm not a good player.
Snickers was very different from the rest of his house guests. He was a little aloof, and although he cared about each and every one of his fellow players, he played the game as a floater, never really having an alliance with anyone.
I'm Snickers, I'm a Midnight Monster. I'm currently enrolled in Monsters University because I want to be a scare assistant.
Snickers at least had someone to count on for his safety in the game. Miss Spooky was announced to be his partner when the partner twist was revealed.
Miss Spooky and Snickers.
Oh my gosh, we get to be partners. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Joy.
Monster Boy, you're gonna fall any second.
I am? Oh, let me see if I can get more secure.
Snickers was not strong in competitions, so he didn't win the first head of household. For the first round, this benefited Snickers as he wasn't seen as a threat.
Snickers, you are safe.
Thanks so much.
But in the second round, head of household Diego thought that Snickers could potentially be a threat, as well as his partner, Miss Spooky, and they were both nominated.
Snickers, you're kind of, an outsider. You don't really fit in anywhere, and I feel like you're a nice guy, but I don't really know your strategy, so I feel like it's time to kind of see what you can do.
Luckily, Miss Spooky won the veto competition, and she used it to save both herself and her partner Snickers.
Alright.
Snickers was definitely a floater during his time in the Big Brother house, but he did have a pretty good social game and was able to relate to some of the other house guests, often making them feel better in times where they felt like they were alone.
Oh, I don't really have any friends. Well, you've got me. I may not be a friend, but that's something.
You're something. Well, I'm glad to have a something.
Snickers also encouraged house guests in the competitions, even when they didn't do so well. He was definitely a ray of sunshine in a house that was filled with drama.
Good job, Symphonia. You got it in.
Snickers flew completely under the radar for several rounds, but he was always playing his social game, staying true to his unofficial alliances, like with Ginger.
Do you really think you only have one? Well, I know I have more than one. I think. Thank you so much, Snickers. Of course. What are acquaintances for?
Although most Big Brother house guests generally say that floaters are a bad thing, for Snickers it was a good thing, as he coasted through the game, basically untouched.
I love getting Snickers. I can see where you got your name.
He was especially in luck when, after Matt was evicted, his partner, Miss Spooky, won the head of household, guaranteeing him safety for another round. In the 19th episode, Snickers finally won his first competition. He won the power of veto during Miss Spooky's head of household reign.
Oh boy, I actually won something. The power of veto.
Snickers hadn't really talked to his partner for most of the game, but since he did have the power veto during her head of household reign, they got together to discuss what he should do with it.
Well, the two players that I think are secretly the strongest are Alejandro and Onyx.
Well, thanks, Snickers. It actually really helps out a lot. I really didn't see Alejandro as a threat before.
During the veto ceremony, Snickers decided to use the power of veto to save Celeste.
I have decided to use the power of veto to save you.
Thank you, Snickers. Thank you so much. I will not forget this. You're the best.
And Miss Spooky nominated Alejandro in her place, taking advice from Snickers during their earlier conversation. In the following round, Miss Spooky was nominated for eviction by new head of household Celeste, who was getting vengeance for her friend Symphonia, who had been voted out the previous round. Snickers, being Miss Spooky's partner, was also nominated.
Snickers, you're just kind of tied into this because you're partners with Miss Spooky, and I just want you to know you're not my target this week. That being said, the nomination ceremony is over. Adjourned.
Unfortunately, during the veto competition, neither Snickers nor Miss Spooky won, and the power of veto went to Zeus, who decided not to use the power. For the first time, Snickers was actually in danger of being evicted from the Big Brother house, but he fortunately did not receive the majority of the votes.
Please cast your vote to evict. I sadly vote to evict Miss Spooky. By a vote of 2 to 3, Miss Spooky, you have been evicted.
And he became a single when his partner, Miss Spooky, walked out the door.
I am safe, but you are out of the house. I'm both sad and glad. I'm glad that I get to stay and play, but I'm sad that I can't play with you anymore.
Snickers, who was not the target of the previous round, was now still in danger because he was now a single and he didn't have a partner to depend on. During the next head of household competition, he unfortunately did not win. Alejandro instead won. During the nomination ceremony, Alejandro nominated Snickers alongside target Onyx.
Onyx and Snickers, I have nominated both of you for eviction. Snickers, I honestly only put you up because in order to nominate Onyx, I had to put up another single. You were not the target. You're really just a pawn. I'm sorry about that.
He promised Snickers he wasn't the target, but things changed quickly in the Big Brother house. During the veto competition, Snickers was unable to secure a win, and the power of veto went to Alejandro, holding all of the power during this round. Alejandro was confident in his nominations and chose not to use the power of veto. When it was time for the house guests to vote which of the two nominees they wanted to evict, shockingly, there was a tie. The votes were 2-2, and it was up to Alejandro to cast the final vote. Surprisingly, he did not vote to evict his target, Onyx, and instead voted out Snickers.
Onyx, I heard what you said when you spoke with me. I took it into consideration, and because of this, I am voting to evict Snickers. It is official. Snickers, with a vote of 3-2, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Oh, well, this day had to come. I don't hold it against you, Alejandro.
Sorry, buddy. It is just a game move.
He took it well, though, and wished everyone the best as he walked out the door.
Don't feel sorry. This is a game. I can't wait till the end. I get to see all of you again. Well, most of you will probably see the jury house, but I just have a great time, okay? Play this game hard. There's some serious stuff going on, and I clearly have no idea what it is.
I'm so sorry, Snickers.
While some may argue that Snickers didn't really play the game at all, he definitely made it quite far in the Big Brother game. We will see him again along with the other house guests on finale night, since he is part of the jury and will have a say in who wins Season 2 of Webkinz Big Brother.
Hey everybody, I'm Zeus the Samoyed. I've got some pretty big plans for this season of Big Brother, and those all involve nobody getting in my way.
From the moment he stepped into the Big Brother house, Zeus was intent on having power.
I'm Zeus, I'm a Samoyed. Currently I'm also undecided about my major.
When the partner twist was announced, Zeus was partnered with Poppie Sparkleton, a house guest he would oddly get along with pretty well during the game.
Well, at least we're sitting next to each other. No moving there.
Yeah, I guess so.
The head of household competition proved to be difficult for many house guests, but Zeus and Poppy hung in there. Towards the end of the competition, they struck a deal with Matt to keep him safe in order to be granted the power.
Trust me on this, I can give you guys advice.
Yeah, well, what about your partner?
Look, I'll talk to her about it.
It's not a bad idea.
So do we have a deal? Are you okay with this, Poppy?
Totally.
Then deal.
The partnership made it to the final two in the head of household competition, and Poppy decided to give the power to Zeus. Zeus became the first head of household in Season 2 of Webkinz Big Brother. But with great power comes great responsibility, and Zeus was responsible for nominating 2 house guests for eviction. Keeping the deal he made with Zeus, Matt approached Zeus and Poppy with his idea for how to figure out who to nominate. Get a spy.
A spy? Are you serious? I know, it sounds weird, but we gotta have somebody to listen into conversations and see who sounds most threatening. It sounds valid. I was thinking Onyx.
Onyx?
If she's up for it, I say go ahead.
Yeah.
The information that Onyx collected from watching the house guests talk ignited an idea in Zeus.
Okay, so you said that Miss Spooky has a thing for Severus, right? Yeah? Why not nominate them?
Perfect. Get a showmance out before it happens. Wait, but guys, don't we want a showmance?
You want a showmance to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting. I've got it. They can be the pawn.
The pawn? Okay, I've got to hear this one. Okay, so we put them up as a pawn, right? Either Miss Spooky or Severus, and then we all compete for the veto, and we take them off. And then by that time, we'll be able to see who are strong players and who aren't. He's got a point. That's a really good idea.
I love it. Zeus, you've got brain.
Well, I sure hope so. I'm in college. I want to work with you in the rest of the game. Please say yes. We're partners, remember? Yeah, and we're both playing for the 500,000 Kinz cash. Point.
So 4 of us in an alliance? I love this idea.
I guess I'm game. My paw is in, and so is mine.
Yeah!
And so the Fantastic Four was created. During the nomination ceremony, Zeus stuck to the plan.
Celeste and Severus, I have nominated you two for eviction.
During the veto competition, although no one from the Fantastic Four won the veto, Symphonia did, which was lucky for Celeste. This was all according to plan, as the Fantastic Four intended on the 2 nominees being saved so they could put up the real nominees.
My vote is on Annaliese. Nah, I don't know. She seems a lot nicer than last time. Well, I'm just saying. Okay, considered. I'm gonna go see what Poppie thinks.
I don't know. Annaliese doesn't seem like she's that dangerous. I mean, she seems really sweet now.
Yeah, that's what I told Matt, but he's like, no way, Annaliese is a threat.
But wait, her partner is Alejandro.
Yeah, and
And I've heard some talk around the house that everybody thinks Alejandro has a really good chance of winning because he's a gamer and he knows some good moves.
but this isn't a virtual game. This is real.
I know, but like there's lots of studies that say virtual games help you make real life decisions. Dude, that's deep.
Do you really think he could be a threat? I don't know.
Although he did not want to get out Annaliese, Zeus couldn't deny that putting up Alejandro and Annaliese was a good idea. So when Symphonia chose to use the power of veto to save Celeste and her partner Severus, Zeus nominated the two.
Annaliese and Alejandro. I guess that was expected.
The house ultimately decided Annaliese was the threat, and she was the first house guest evicted. Although the power was out of the Fantastic Four's hands, Diego became the second head of household, which was good for Zeus and his alliance, since Matt was friends with Diego.
He's thinking, Snickers and Miss Spooky?
What? But we haven't even matched them up yet. There's no showman.
He wants them as pawns to see. He's basically doing what you did, Zeus. That guy is smart, right?
The Fantastic Four planned that if Miss Spooky was nominated, she would be saved. Although Miss Spooky was nominated, she, luckily, won the power of veto, which was all according to plan again. Secretly controlling the power in the house, the Fantastic Four decided that, although it was extremely risky, the best bet for the replacement nominees were BooBoo and Ginger.
There's no way that I'm gonna let my brother get in harm.
Who else is there? It's gonna have to be Ginger and BooBoo. I'm sorry, but I'm sure we can get everybody to vote out Ginger.
Well, you better, or I'm gonna hold it against you for the rest of the game.
Come on, no grudges.
Luckily for the Fantastic Four, Diego took the bait, and Ginger and BooBoo were the replacement nominees. Tensions rose, however, when the house decided to eliminate BooBoo instead of Ginger.
Oh my god, I have to go. Boo boo, oh my gosh, no. You know what, Ginger? I don't like you. Bye.
Zeus continued to secretly be part of the power in the house when Matt became the third head of household.
Who are you thinking? Honestly, I have no idea. But one thing's for sure, I am not putting up Ginger because I'm not about to ignite some stupid fire and let our whole alliance be known to the house. Yeah, no, definitely. I would not put up Ginger at all. See, we're better with other girls because the girls are all like, ooh, emotions, and we're like, think about the game.
The power started to go to Matt's head, which was bad for the Fantastic Four, especially when he nominated his own friend, who at the end of the round was evicted. Zeus, however, was able to regain full control of the Big Brother house when he became the next head of household.
Okay guys, it's time to talk strategy.
Wait a minute, why isn't Matt here? Isn't he part of our alliance?
Yeah, kind of, but with him as head of household, ruling what's best for him instead of best for the alliance, I don't know if he's really loyal to us, you know?
Although he was tempted to nominate Matt, he didn't want to put Onyx in danger, so he decided to nominate two of the singles instead.
So I have nominated Symphonia and Ginger. Ginger, I feel like you're a huge threat in this house. Symphonia, I feel like you really dodged a bullet with, you know, Diego being up because Diego was a stronger player, but I feel like with you by yourself, you're still, you know, sneaky.
After Celeste won the power of veto, tensions continued to rise with the Fantastic Four.
You know that Celeste is going to take off Symphonia, so you have to put up Alejandro. Yeah, I'm aware of that, thanks. So we're backdooring Alejandro, right? Maybe Alejandro's not my target. Yeah, really. Wait, you're siding with him over me? Your partner? Just because I'm forced to play the game with you doesn't mean I agree with everything you do. Wow.
The alliance that was once strong and controlled the house was starting to crumble. When Symphonia was taken off the chopping block by her friend Celeste, Zeus was forced to nominate Alejandro. Although Matt desperately wanted his ex-friend out, Zeus had other plans. Fortunately, his plans were carried out. The votes during the eviction ceremony were tied, and Zeus was able to break the tie, casting his vote for his target, Ginger, and eliminating her from the Big Brother house. The next head of household, Symphonia, was chosen by Webkinz Big Brother viewers and fans. This wasn't good for Zeus and his alliance, as they had no idea what Symphonia and Celeste could possibly be thinking in terms of nominees.
Our life in the game could be at stake.
This early in the nominations, you never strike a deal to the end.
I don't follow.
If it's after the veto and you're still on the block, the head of household knows you'll do anything to stay. And if they actually want you to stay, that's when you try to strike a deal.
This makes no sense if she puts you two up.
At the nomination ceremony, Symphonia nominated Matt and Onyx, both a blessing and a curse for Zeus and his alliance. Onyx won the power veto and made the decision to keep the nominees, herself and Matt, the same. In order to ensure that Matt would leave the Big Brother house, Zeus became a key element in a plan to spread a story about something Matt said to Onyx, in order to ensure that the house would vote him out instead of the Arctic Fox.
I don't know what they were talking about, but he told her that she is a horrible, two-faced, backstabbing Kinz because she tried to tell him the house hates him because of the whole Diego thing.
Like, oh my gosh, that poor thing.
Fortunately, it worked, and the house voted out Matt, bringing the Furtastic 4 down to the Furtastic 3. The next week, Zeus and his alliance coasted under the radar as Miss Spooky focused on getting one of the sorority girls out. However, since Alejandro was nominated alongside Symphonia, the three Firstgeteers, the new name for the alliance between Zeus, Poppie, and Onyx, argued about who to vote out.
If you think Alejandro is the threat here, you're crazy. Symphonia and Celeste are a power duo.
Do you know how dangerous a power duo can be? Especially when everybody else in the house thinks that they're just, weak, innocent players.
You two are saying we should vote out Symphonia when we have the chance to vote out Alejandro?
The whole house is all, we've got to get out the strong players, so we'll have a chance to get out Alejandro.
And they've got this whole, oh, we're so innocent, we've done nothing thing. If you fall for that, well, maybe you're not good enough to be a Firstgeteer.
Yeah, maybe we should just be... Well, the two Firstgeteers sound stupid, so, but... You know what I mean.
You'd kick me out of the alliance if I voted for Alejandro?
Yeah, we would, because we only want strong players who are strategical. And if you can't be smart, then you're not a Firstgeteer.
What she said.
Fine. I'll vote for Symphonia.
You're not just saying it? You're not gonna vote for Alejandro once you're in the seat?
No, I'm honest.
Zeus kept his word.
I vote to evict Symphonia.
The voting resulted in a tie, and Miss Spooky ultimately decided to send Symphonia, her target, out the door. Zeus and his alliance members coasted under the radar again the following week, since the new head of household, Celeste, had her eyes on Miss Spooky. However, Zeus won the power of veto, and he and his alliance members were conflicted about what he should do with it.
In this case, the worst scenario is most likely to happen. You get put up with Alejandro, you get sent home.
There's too many people who would vote for you over Alejandro.
Who exactly? Like everybody in this house? Severus, Spooky, and Snickers.
Yeah, we don't know what they're thinking.
You guys, I would be safe. Can't you just take a chance? No. Absolutely not. No. I cannot take a chance on you getting out.
I'm agreeing with Zeus on this one.
Zeus remained firm in his decision not to use the power of veto, and when head of household Celeste asked him about his plans, he told her the same.
Who are you voting out? I need to know, because I have to make sure that Miss Spooky gets out. Absolutely.
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it.
Look, just listen to me. She just didn't even use her head of household right. Miss Spooky just has to go.
If you work with us to get her out, we can trust you.
Yeah.
If you would rather Miss Spooky go, then yeah, I can jump on board with that. I know it's really late in the game to be making alliances, and I have my alliance with Poppie and Onyx to think about. If we teamed up with them, that's huge. If you win, you can guarantee Poppie and my safety. If we win, we will guarantee your safety for sure. It won't work past a week or two, but at least we could guarantee your safety further along in the game, and I will do everything I can to get further in this game.
Staying true to the deal he had made, Zeus did not use the power of veto, which resulted in Miss Spooky ultimately leaving the Big Brother house. The next round started off with Alejandro becoming the new head of household. Since Zeus had struck a deal with Celeste and Alejandro, he knew he needed to come clean with fellow Alliance member Onyx.
Do you really think you can trust Celeste and Alejandro?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I helped them get out Miss Spooky, so they're gonna help me.
Yeah, you got on my Spooky. My friend.
I'm sorry, but friendship really doesn't take you that far in the game.
I'm so done with this freaking alliance. You can go back to just you and Poppy, because I am done.
You're quitting the alliance? Are you serious? This is the stupidest thing you've ever done, Onyx. This is seriously gonna damage your game. You are safe with Poppy and I. We're safe. We are not gonna be touched.
Yeah, well, live in your freaking Big Brother fantasy world. Just keep me out of it. I want nothing to do with you. I am done with the First-Geteers.
Onyx, Onyx, get... Fine.
The 3 First-Geteers had crumbled. Former Alliance member Onyx was now on the chopping block.
I am safe, just like Alejandro and Celeste promised. Onyx, who just basically solidified her eviction by leaving my alliance, is on the block, and this is gonna be great. I cannot wait to see her leave the house.
Zeus was picked to play in the power veto competition. However, he did not win. The win went to head of household Alejandro, much to Zeus's delight.
She is gone. I am so excited. I have all of the power right now.
Alejandro chose not to use the power veto, which was exactly what Zeus, who had found himself aligned with the power again, wanted.
Alejandro, my man, you are doing everything perfectly.
And when it was time to vote off one of the 2 nominees, Zeus voted for Onyx.
I gladly vote to evict Onyx.
However, much to Zeus's dismay, when there was a tie and Alejandro was forced to cast a vote to evict one of his 2 nominees, he picked Snickers, not Onyx. The next head of household competition was important to each and every house guest, whose life in the house was now on the line, since the house was split.
I've gotta make this. Is she okay? She's fine. But the goal is to throw it in the bin, not on the cat.
Zeus did not win, but Celeste did, which was looking good for Zeus's game since he was aligned with both Celeste and Alejandro. Zeus felt confident that Onyx would be nominated and would be going home this round, and felt fairly safe. After getting her head of household room, Celeste told the house guests she did not want anybody campaigning, as she had already decided who she was going to nominate. Zeus was slightly worried, but was still confident that Onyx would be the kins going home. But at the nomination ceremony, he was shocked to find both himself and his partner Poppy nominated instead of Onyx.
There is a reason for this. I will explain it to you later, but don't get mad, just trust me on this.
Celeste, you're really making me suspicious. I'm on the chopping block, but Onyx is not. She's safe. This better be a backdoor plan or I'm gonna be super mad.
Zeus confronted Celeste for an explanation.
Obviously, I want Onyx out, but she can win the veto, so I'm just backdooring her. Duh.
Oh, that's smart.
Wish you would have said something beforehand.
No, I needed you to be surprised, so she would think she's safe. Duh. I don't need her winning the veto.
During the veto competition, Zeus was eliminated early on by Severus. However, Celeste won the power of veto and ultimately had all of the power in her hoofs. Zeus couldn't have been happier.
Goodbye, Onyx. I am so excited. You did such a good job, Celeste.
But you're definitely putting up Onyx, right?
Duh.
I am so excited. And, why not have a little fun while I'm at it? Her last moments in this game should be miserable.
Zeus got a little too excited and started tormenting Onyx.
You are going this week. You are going this week. Have fun with your last meal, because you are going this week, Onyx. Might as well prepare your final meal in the Big Brother house. You are going this week, Onyx. You better look your best for the cameras, because you are going this week. You can't run away from me, because you are going this week. Oh yeah, you are going this week. No relaxing for a crappy player like you, cause you are going this week. Oh yeah.
Gosh, shut up, Zeus. You're obnoxious. Jeez.
Better make your diary the best, cause you are going this week.
He was a little more than upset when, during the veto ceremony, Celeste did not use the power of veto to save him.
Hold on.
What? You're not using the veto to save us? Are you serious?
That's my decision, and it's final.
What did you do? Did you strike some kind of a deal with her? No, I didn't even talk to her.
This was my decision, Zeus. I'm like so sick of you running this house and thinking that like you're in charge. And honestly, the way you've been treating Onyx since like I won the power veto is really disgusting. You are a jerk, and your reign of power ends. You two are a threat, especially you, Zeus. Poppie, I expect you'll be staying in this house, and I hope that we can continue to get along. If not, I like totally understand. But Zeus, I don't see you lasting, so you are going this week. Oh yeah, Zeus, you are going this week.
Celeste, you have some nerve. Now I have to try to campaign against my best friend in the house, my partner in this house, to try to get her out. Thanks, Celeste. You are some piece of work.
Desperate to stay in the house, Zeus approached Onyx, trying to strike a deal to keep him safe.
I think you and I should team up together. We should get out Celeste. We should get out Alejandro. Celeste and Alejandro are working together, and they're extremely dangerous, especially if they're in a showman's.
What? Are you insane? A showman's Celeste and Alejandro? Are you feeling okay?
I'm fine. Look, I'm telling you, I have been working with Celeste. Yeah, she turned against me, and that really sucks, but I can see that she and Alejandro are working together. They're probably a solid final two. Onyx, listen to me. Keep me, okay? I guarantee.
You can't guarantee crap, Zeus, because even if I voted for you to stay, you're out. Nobody's going to vote for you to stay.
Knowing his time in the game was coming to an end, Zeus made one final plea to his fellow house guests at the eviction ceremony.
Alright, I get it. You guys hate me. I understand that, but let me just tell you one thing. The real danger is sitting right there, sitting pretty, the head of household, Celeste. Alejandro, you think you can trust her? Think again.
But it didn't work, and, unsurprisingly, Zeus was evicted with a unanimous vote.
Celeste, you better hope you're not in the final two. You're not getting a jury vote from me. Neither are you, or you, or, well, actually just Celeste and Onyx, because I have to vote for somebody. Unless it's Poppie. So Poppie, you better make it.
I'm gonna do my darn hardest.
Zeus walked out of the Big Brother house on a bad note. He played a strong game, always somehow managing to be aligned with the power in the house, even if neither he or his partner were the head of household. But unfortunately, Zeus counted his chickens before they were hatched. We will see Zeus again on eviction night with the rest of the jury. Will he be glad to see the final two or not? We'll find out on finale night.
Hey, I'm Severus the pumpkin puppy. I may be quiet, but I'm pretty smart. Nothing these house guests say will get past me.
Although he is quiet by nature, Severus is quite smart and observant, and he planned on using this to get him far in the Big Brother game.
I'm Severus. I'm currently undecided for my major, and I love Halloween.
When the partner twist was announced, he found out he was paired with sorority girl Celeste, who was less than impressed.
Who in the fur is Severus?
That's me.
Like, OMG, are you serious?
I guess.
During the head of household competition, Severus decided to drop out, deciding it wasn't worth it. This was perhaps a mistake, since at the first nomination ceremony, he was nominated.
Severus, you kind of seem like a shady guy. You're real quiet. You kind of seem to be keeping to yourself mostly.
Luckily for him, however, at the veto ceremony, although he did not win, Symphonia did, who was Celeste's new friend.
I was so afraid Zeus was gonna get it. I was like, crap, I'm for sure gonna go home.
No way. I mean, Zeus didn't get it, so you have nothing to worry about. Symphonia is definitely gonna use it to save you both.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're gonna be safe. Me too. There's no way I want to be the first Kins going home.
With the power veto, Symphonia saved both her friend and her friend's partner, Severus. Since Severus, Miss Spooky, and Onyx were spending quite a bit of time together and seemed to like each other, they decided to make an alliance.
The Fantastic Four was more Matt's idea. I just kind of went along with it, but I'm also kind of in a side alliance with you two.
So you're double alliancing.
Is that even a word?
It is now. I made it up.
Double alliancing. I like it. So are we an alliance then? I'd say so. We're working together, aren't we?
We need a name, a really cool name.
The Shadow?
The Shadow. Nobody even knows we exist. And I'm pretty much a shadow as it is. I love it. The Shadow.
The shadow that'll haunt you in your big brother dreams. Whoo!
The Shadow was born, and Severus became devoted to his new friends. The second head of household, Diego, chose to nominate Miss Spooky and her partner, Snickers. This put the Shadow at risk, since one of the three was in danger of potentially going home. Fortunately, however, Miss Spooky won the power of veto, and she used it to save both herself and her partner, keeping the Shadow safe for another week.
Bananas, bananas, bananas. Wait a second. I've never seen this bag before. Maybe it's a special Halloween decoration. I've got to show BooBoo this. It's so cute. Whoa!
I wish it was Halloween in the Big Brother house every day.
That I can agree on.
It would have sucked having to get out of the game and not be able to hang out with you anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. You're pretty cool, you know?
Oh, thanks.
Severus was getting to know Miss Spooky on a personal level and was developing feelings for her, but he was too nervous to act on them. For the next few weeks, Severus coasted under the radar, even though his alliance member Onyx was involved in the drama one way or another.
There's a chance that Matt and I could go up, but only if Alejandro happened to get in the veto competition, win, and take one of them off.
Wait, why is he gonna put up you and Matt?
Duh, because Zeus is pissed at Matt, and because Onyx is probably mad at him too. And who the heck wants a partner that pulls some kind of drama like that? Wow, you being silent and shadow-like? Really creepy. You tend to know everything in this house. Yeah, like how Matt locked you both into the bathroom. What? He wanted to talk strategy. That was it, I swear. I didn't say that it wasn't.
That guy's a total idiot. You've got to keep him in this game.
Well, yeah, I'm all for that. He's stirring up a lot of drama and it keeps us safe.
That's true. I think one year for Halloween I was actually a ghost.
Are you serious? That's like the lamest thing you can be for Halloween.
Yeah, I know. It was my mom's idea. I didn't pick what I wanted in time, so she put a sheet over me and said, "You're a ghost."
Well, okay, that's different. I thought you actually chose that.
Are you kidding? I would never go with the classics. You gotta be above and beyond if you're gonna be, a true Halloween fanatic.
Okay, that's better.
When Symphonia won the head of household, Severus found his fellow alliance member on the chopping block. However, Onyx was up there because her partner Matt was the target. During the power veto competition, Onyx won the power of veto, with the power to either save herself or keep herself on the block in order to get Matt out. Onyx had a decision to make.
Expect the unexpected.
Please trust us, Onyx. You'll stay, but we've got to get Matt out now.
Yeah, you're definitely safe. I hope so. I really don't want to leave. Come on, we're the Shadow. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah, trust the Shadow. We're, sneaky.
Yeah, something like that. Please, Onyx, just trust us. Okay, fine.
Severus and Miss Spooky were confident that Onyx would be staying at the end of the round. So Onyx chose not to use the power veto, keeping herself at risk of leaving the Big Brother house. But Onyx had the votes to stay, and the Shadow remained intact while Matt was evicted. The Shadow finally came into power when Miss Spooky won the head of household. Severus and Onyx approached their alliance member with ideas about who could possibly be put up as nominees.
We have to stop being friendly and start playing the game, or we're gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, you're right. I'd go up as a pawn again if you needed me to.
I could go up as a pawn too. I'm assuming I'd have everybody's backs.
It's too risky. We don't know what everybody thinks about you and Celeste.
I am not endangering you, Severus.
Okay.
I'd be more likely to put Onyx up. It seems everybody likes her. It's ultimately your decision. I know we're not much help, but I'm willing to go up.
And so am I, even though you don't want me to.
I'm so lucky to have great house guests like you as my friends. Just know that whatever you decide, we've got your back.
100%.
Although she did not want to put Severus in harm's way, Miss Spooky nominated him with his partner, Celeste, with the target being Celeste. During the veto competition, Snickers won the power of veto and decided to use the power to save Severus and Celeste. With Severus safe for this round, Miss Spooky decided to nominate Symphonia and Alejandro. Due to a tie during the voting ceremony, Miss Spooky chose Symphonia to leave the Big Brother house. When Celeste won the next head of household competition, it became clear to Severus and Onyx who would be the next nominee.
There's really no question about it. It's going to be Miss Spooky.
Crap. I was worried about that. We've got to keep her safe.
Yeah. But do you really think anybody will vote her out?
I think they would. I don't really think they see Snickers as a threat.
What if we win the veto and we take her off, but they put you up?
Gotta take that chance. We've gotta have her back.
I'm just worried about what's going to happen when we do get her off. Who's gonna go up to replace her? We can't just let this slide through our paws. She's in our alliance, she's our friend, and she's the kins I like.
And sure enough, Miss Spooky was nominated for eviction.
We're going to do the best we can. I mean, we've got all three of us. We've got Poppie and we've got Zeus. So, I mean, that's 5 chances. Well, 6 if you count Snickers. That's true, that's true. When it comes down to it, you guys are the ones that I want to go to the final 3 with. Sounds fair to me. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what I would do without you.
It was extremely important for one of the members of the Shadow to win the power of veto. Miss Spooky and Severus were the only 2 in the competition, however. But, unfortunately,
Sorry, Snickers and Miss Spooky. Both of you got the answer wrong, and both of you are eliminated.
Really tried my best.
I'm sorry, Severus, but you got the answer wrong, and you are eliminated.
they did not win. Zeus, the winner of the veto competition, chose not to use the power.
Things aren't looking good at all, and I'm really worried.
During a luxury reward that Miss Spooky had won prior in the game, Severus decided to confess how he felt.
Miss Spooky, I know you're probably going home. I know there's probably not a good chance, and I know it's because you won the HOH, and I know it's because Celeste is mad. I have enjoyed playing this game with you. I really have. It's been so much fun, and you're a great friend. I mean, well, now, and Cat doesn't have your tongue this time. What are you trying to say? Okay, Miss Spooky, I wanted to say I really like you. Like you. Like, I know. I just wanted to hear you say it. I actually like you too. You do? I didn't think you would like me either. So, what does this mean? This means when this game is over, we should try this whole dating thing everybody talks about. Really? You'd want to go on a date with me? I don't see why not. Okay. How about a movie? A real movie, not one sitting on the couch in the Big Brother house. A real movie. Yeah, a real movie.
Fortunately, things went well, and although it was likely that he would have to say goodbye to his crush, he at least felt confident that they would have a chance outside the Big Brother game. Unfortunately, the Shadow lost a member when Miss Spooky was voted out of the Big Brother house.
Once this game is over, we're gonna go on that movie date.
The winner of the next head of household competition was Alejandro, which unfortunately meant the Shadow was potentially in danger.
We are so screwed this week.
What? Why?
Because Alejandro is working with Celeste.
What? There's no way. He's a floater.
Not anymore. As of last week, he and Celeste are working together. I heard it from Zeus.
Crap. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
The Shadow was in even greater danger when Onyx got into a fight with Zeus.
I cannot stand Zeus.
Whoa. Hey, are you okay?
I will be after I calm down.
What happened?
I just told off Zeus. I told him I'm not going to be in an alliance with him anymore. With him or Poppie.
Seriously? Why? I thought you were safe with them. Are you sure about this?
They completely just ignored me when I asked them to vote to keep Miss Spooky here. And apparently Zeus made some backdoor deal with Celeste to keep him safe this week if he voted out Miss Spooky. And I'm just done. I'm done with them. They don't respect me at all.
So it's just you and me, huh?
Yeah. The Shadow's gonna fight, and we're gonna fight for Miss Spooky.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I will do whatever I can, Onyx. I promise.
The determination to keep the Shadow safe was even bigger when Onyx was nominated alongside Snickers. Severus, unfortunately, was not picked. The pressure laid on Onyx, who was unable to pull out a win. The power veto winner, Alejandro, chose not to use the power, keeping one half of the Shadow in danger of being evicted.
I just feel really bad if I leave. If I leave, you're all by yourself. I thought the Shadow was gonna make it to the end. Hey, listen, we got pretty far.
That's more than most alliances can say.
During the eviction ceremony, when the votes were tied, Alejandro, the head of household, decided to break the tie by evicting Snickers based on something that Onyx had talked to him privately about earlier. The shadow remained intact. For now. That is, until Celeste won the head of household, putting the shadow's safety back in danger.
Maybe I can convince her Poppie's a threat. I mean, good luck, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be up on the block.
Any plan of proposing an idea to Celeste was snuffed out when she made the announcement that she would not be listening to any campaigns.
Like, don't campaign or try to figure out where my head's at or anything, because I already know who I'm going to nominate and you're not going to change my mind. So just relax until the nomination ceremony. I just want to be up here by myself and I just want to have a good time. So I'll see you guys later.
Both Severus and Onyx were shocked to see that Onyx was kept safe and not nominated. Suspecting that Celeste was trying to backdoor Onyx, Severus felt pressured to win the power of veto.
Congratulations, Severus, you picked the same symbol, so you get to pick one of the remaining house guests to leave the competition.
I was so relieved when I got a card that was the same symbol as Onyx's, because that means I get to pick somebody out. So of course, my first choice is Zeus.
I pick Zeus.
Unfortunately, he did not.
Congratulations, Alejandro, you picked the same symbol, so you get to pick somebody to leave the competition.
Severus, I guess. Okay.
Celeste won the power of veto, and it seemed set in stone that Onyx would be nominated and likely walking out the door.
This is so stupid. I hate Zeus. I hate Celeste.
Severus was shocked when Celeste did not use the power of veto, keeping Zeus and Poppie on the block, which meant Onyx was safe for another round, and he walked out the door, leaving the shadow in the final 5. During the next head of household competition, Onyx finally pulled out a win. This was exciting for the shadow and seemed promising. With so few house guests remaining, Severus plotted with Onyx who she would nominate for eviction.
Here's what I'm worried about. You and Celeste are the only two in the house that are still a partnership.
I don't understand. Why is that so bad?
Because if I put up Poppie and Alejandro and one of them gets the veto, that means they both get to go down. And that's bad because then I have to put up you and Celeste.
And if they've pretty much declared war on us, well, that means that they would get me out.
It's extremely risky. I don't know what to do.
Well, let's see. Alejandro is really good at winning the veto. Poppie, she's sort of good. Celeste isn't that good, and I haven't had that much luck either. This isn't playing in our favor at all. This is your decision, and whatever you have to do, I will do whatever needs to be done. If you have to put me and Celeste up, do it. I'll do my best to win the veto. But if you have to put the other two up, and one of them ends up winning the veto, I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not gonna be mad at you.
I'm so glad to have a friend like you, Severus.
Do what you do best. Play Big Brother.
This could be my last week in the house.
It was risky, but Onyx decided to nominate Celeste and Severus.
You don't like me. I really don't want to take you to the final 2 if I get that far, so I'm doing what's best for my game. Severus, you, are my friend, and this sucks, but this is what I feel like is best for my game.
But when it came time for the veto competition, Onyx realized her mistake.
Have you seen the way they're laughing at me? They're probably planning to win the competition and keep nominations the same so they can get you out. So, we do have to win. Yeah, because if we don't, we both might as well be walking out that door together.
The pressure was once again on Severus to win the veto competition. If he didn't, he was probably going to be walking out the door next.
I'm sorry, Severus, but the goal was the bag, not Minnie Mouse. This means that you have been eliminated. And this means that Celeste, you win the power of veto.
He tried hard, but unfortunately, he didn't win.
In your face, Onyx. You know what, Celeste? Shut up. We both did our best. Okay, sure. If, like, getting out on your first throw is your best. Whatever. Hey, we got out on our first throw. Yeah, but, like, you weren't the first one to go. Celeste, I have never really stood up against you because you're my partner. And even though we are on completely different sides of the house right now, I thought that we could stick together through this game. That's what partners do, even if they have differing opinions. But you know what? You're a stuck-up, really snobby brat. Onyx is trying her best. Whatever your problem is, this is just a game. Get over it. You are so nasty. And if you guys are honestly voting me out to keep her in, you're just as nasty as she is. I'm glad to leave this house, and I'm glad that at least I get to decide which of you stupid house guests get to win. Yeah, what he said.
Emotions were running high, both anger and agony.
Really doubt I could have made it to the end anyway. This game was fun. I experienced so much. I got to meet Miss Spooky and you, and we had a great time. Seriously. I mean, yeah, it stinks. I would have liked to win, but it's okay.
At the veto ceremony, Celeste made the decision to keep the nominations the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Celeste and I have a final 2 deal, so voting her out would probably be a really bad idea.
When Severus was told about a final 2 deal between Alejandro and Celeste, he made a last attempt to try to keep himself safe by going to Poppie.
Alejandro just told me that he has a final 2 deal with Celeste.
Really?
Yeah, and look, I know I'm going out this week and everything, but I was talking with him and that's what he told me, and I thought it'd be fair to tell you, because I figure you guys are probably going to want to get Onyx out, and, well, there you have it. I don't know if this made a difference or not. I really hope that maybe it gets to her, and maybe she'll want to work with Onyx and I instead.
Unfortunately, it didn't sway Poppie,
I vote to evict Severus.
Thank you.
and Severus was evicted from the Big Brother house.
That sucks, but that's okay. I figured you guys, thank you for voting what you believe is best for the game. Thanks for having me in the game. I'm so sorry, Severus.
Onyx's reign of head of household did not end the way she wanted it to, and Severus, her alliance member, ended up leaving the game. Severus took it well, however, and he became a member of the jury. We will see Severus along with Miss Spooky again on finale night, where he will cast his vote to pick the winner of Webkinz Big Brother 2.
Hey, I'm Onyx, the Arctic Fox. I might act really cold, but anybody who's loyal to me will get my loyalty back.
The theme of loyalty has been a key in how Onyx has played the Big Brother game during season 2. Loyalty means everything to her.
Hi, I'm Onyx. I'm an Arctic Fox. I kind of want to be a chef, but I'm also undecided.
When the partner twist was revealed, she was not particularly excited about her partner. To her, a wolf and a fox were a recipe for disaster.
I'm the alpha here, got it? We'll see about that, wolf boy. Yes, we will.
However, during the head of household competition, although Onyx lost, Matt was able to strike a deal with Zeus and Poppie, guaranteeing safety for not only himself but also her.
If you can keep Onyx and I safe, I will help you through this first head of household, whichever of you win. Well, I guess we could use some help.
It's not a bad idea.
So do we have a deal? You'll keep us safe as long as I help you out? Are you okay with this, Poppie?
Totally.
Then deal. We'll keep you safe as long as you promise to help us. Absolutely.
As part of the deal he made, Onyx was enlisted to spy on the other house guests to try to gain intel.
You have never played a single video game in your entire life. Wish I was kidding, but no.
But unfortunately, the house guests weren't talking game quite yet. However, there was something that proved to be useful.
Okay, so you said that Miss Spooky has a thing for Severus, right?
Yeah?
Why not nominate them? Perfect! Get a showmance out before it happens.
Wait, but guys, don't we want a showmance?
You want a showmance to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting. I want this game to be interesting if I'm gonna be here.
I gotta agree. Wait, I've got it. They can be the pawn. The pawn? Okay, I've gotta hear this one. Okay, so we put them up as a pawn, right? Either Miss Spooky or Severus, and then we all compete for the veto, and we take them off. And then by that time, we'll be able to see who are strong players and who aren't.
He's got a point. That's a really good idea.
I love it.
I want to work with you in the rest of the game.
So 4 of us in an alliance? I love this idea.
I guess I'm game.
My paw is in, and so is mine.
Before she knew it, an alliance was made between Zeus, Poppie, Matt, and herself. However, even though she became a part of this new alliance, she was beginning to befriend other house guests. For example, Miss Spooky.
I do consider you a friend, even though I just met you. Really? A friend? Wow, I I don't know what to say. You have had friends before, right? No, not really. I'm kind of a loner, you know, but you're actually really cool. Well, thanks.
As promised in the deal made with Matt, Onyx and Matt were safe from being nominated after it became clear that the nominees would be saved thanks to Symphonia winning the power of veto and being friends with Celeste, one of the nominees. Zeus had to figure out who was the real threat. Onyx helped him make up his mind.
I want Annaliese to stay, but if we could get the house to vote for Alejandro, I say put him up.
I hate to agree because there's the chance Annaliese might get out, but it's a chance we have to take.
Yeah, I'm seeing what you're saying.
And I guess if we look at it this way, if Annaliese does get out, I mean, that does evict the possibility of a former player winning, then we all have a higher chance.
Okay, I think we've decided. I know who I'm putting up.
Awesome.
When Diego became the second head of household, Onyx's safety in the house was guaranteed for yet another round because Matt was friends with Diego.
There, that warm water should help your paws, and I really appreciate it.
Fortunately, for the Fantastic Four, the name picked for the alliance between Poppie, Zeus, Matt, and Onyx, Matt was willing to share the intel he'd gathered from the head of household.
So, Miss Spooky and Snickers as pawns.
We cannot let Miss Spooky go home. We've got to get her off the block if he nominates them.
I know, we'll save them. There's 4 of us. And, well, Diego. And Alejandro. Wait, Alejandro is in on your bro thing too? Is this like an alliance? No, I mean, not like officially. We're just like dudes hanging out. Come on, the game's not all about alliances. There's friendship too.
This isn't My Little Pony, dude.
But friendship is magic.
Ugh, I am not a pony, I'm a wolf. Ugh, you guys suck. I'm going back to Diego's room.
Can you imagine him as a pony? What would his cutie mark be?
A full moon?
Oh, come on, that's not even creative.
Definitely his sports varsity jacket. And look at me, I'm all big, tough guy. I'm a wolf, not a pony.
But the Fantastic Four had nothing to worry about because Miss Spooky won the power of veto, guaranteeing her safety on her own. Knowing that Matt had a lot of pull with what choices head of household Diego was going to make, namely, who he was going to put up as replacement nominees when the veto was used, the Fantastic Four quickly discussed what they thought was the best option.
Okay, well, Symphonia and Diego are obviously out because Diego is the head of household.
Celeste and Severus are out because we want to keep Severus safe.
And you 2 are out because, well, I'm not throwing you guys under the bus.
And you 2 are out too. There's no way he's gonna put you up.
So, who does that leave?
Ginger and BooBoo.
What? No way. There is no way that I'm gonna let my brother get in harm, okay? He's my brother.
Yeah, but Ginger, everybody's gonna think she's...
No way, we can't do that whole Rusty thing again. Nobody's gonna fall for it.
It's gonna have to be Ginger and BooBoo. I'm sorry, but I'm sure we can get everybody to vote out Ginger.
Well, you better, or I'm gonna hold it against you for the rest of the game.
Come on, no grudges. I mean, we're gonna have to get everybody out eventually.
But right now we're focused on who to get out now, not who's gonna be in the final 2.
Yeah, you gotta keep your head in the game.
Gotta get your head in the game.
No, stop.
Okay, sorry.
With BooBoo, Poppy's brother, on the chopping block, Onyx discussed the nominees with her second alliance, the Shadow, who had decided to work together earlier in the game.
Matt and Zeus and Poppy want to vote her out to keep BooBoo safe so that Poppy doesn't get all pissed off.
I'm not really that surprised, actually.
So, are you voting against them?
Yeah. This whole vote out Ginger because she's a signature thing is only going to make people mad. I know that drama makes the show better, but I personally want to stay out of it.
Hold on, but won't it cause drama if they find out that you didn't vote for Ginger?
Who's going to be counting votes? They're just worried about keeping BooBoo safe.
Well, it's 3 for them and 3 for us.
More than 3 on Ginger's side.
Don't forget Alejandro and Diego. Matt's got him right under his paw.
But it's not like we can talk to anybody.
Unfortunately for Poppy, BooBoo received the majority of the votes.
You have been eliminated from the Big Brother house.
Oh my god, I have to go. BooBoo, oh my gosh, no.
Fortunately for the Fantastic Four, and for Onyx in particular, Matt won the next head of household competition. However, as the head of household, Matt made the decisions for the nominations almost entirely on his own, keeping Onyx and the Fantastic Four in the dark. When Matt nominated Diego, a house guest that he had previously been friendly with, Onyx wanted answers.
We didn't even get to talk to Matt before that whole thing. You're the only one who talked to him. What did you say, Zeus?
We had to come up with a reason of why he wasn't going to put up Poppie and I and everything, because we knew that they were going to be like, well, we'll just get the other glamorous girl out, blah, blah, blah. And we said that he should go after one of the sorority chicks.
Yeah, but now we're gonna have to protect his sorry tush. He's putting himself out there and in danger, and we're gonna have to protect him. Or not protect him. Well, I have to protect him no matter what. He's my partner. This is just a disaster. Why couldn't he just put up Ginger and Alejandro?
Because Ginger was just up. I don't want to fight in this house.
Oh my god, you two are ridiculous. 2 people are going up that we have absolutely no care for. What do you care? If Diego gets out, then it'll just be Alejandro, and he'll be by himself, because I highly doubt Matt's gonna stand with him, because I'm pretty sure Alejandro's gonna stand with Diego. So will you two just shut up?
You know, she has a valid point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just freaking out.
So am I.
During the veto competition, Onyx won the power of veto. She chose not to use the power of veto, and her partner got his way when Diego walked out the door. Things continued to look up for Onyx when her alliance member, Zeus, became the next head of household.
Okay, remind me again why we're talking in the bathroom.
Because anywhere in the house we could get eavesdropped on, and this is important.
Right, because nobody's gonna come into the bathroom while we're in it.
I shut the door.
Please don't tell me you locked it.
I did. Is that bad?
No, not bad at all. Just a guy and a girl Webkinz locked into the bathroom.
Oh, do you think you could talk to Zeus and convince him to put Alejandro up?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could try, but what's your reasoning for this?
I don't want Alejandro coming after me, because now he's allianceless. I'm worried that he'll try to come after me.
Because of his choices during his head of household reign, Matt was not included in the meeting between Zeus, Poppie, and Onyx, although she really didn't want to. As his partner, Onyx decided to tell Zeus about what Matt had told her.
He wants me to try to convince you to put up Alejandro.
To save his own tush, I bet.
Exactly. He's afraid that Alejandro's gonna come after him and try to get him out. Put up Ginger and Symphonia.
Reason being what?
I don't know, it's not like we're backing them. Who cares? The less people in the house, the more chance we have a shot at winning.
She's right. We can't just let people stay in this house. We gotta get them out if we want to win.
Well, I guess you're right. But then what if one of them wins the veto?
Then you put up Alejandro. That's the only thing you can do. That's what the rules say about the singles.
It's true. And if Alejandro got in the veto competition, won it, well, then you put up Onyx and Matt.
Poppie, I really don't like that plan.
Yeah, but it's our only other option. There's nobody else to put up.
What's his plan? He's gonna nominate Symphonia and Ginger.
Great. Well, we're all safe.
Only if they stay on the block and don't get off.
What do you mean?
There's a chance that Matt and I could go up, but only if Alejandro happened to get in the veto competition, win, and take one of them off.
Luckily, Alejandro was not picked to play in the veto competition, and Celeste won the power of veto. It was obvious to everyone in the house that Celeste would be using the power of veto to save Symphonia, one of the nominees. This would mean that Alejandro would have to be the replacement nominee. Matt assumed that the target was now Alejandro, but Onyx and Zeus told him that this was not the case.
Maybe Alejandro's not my target.
Yeah, really. Maybe Ginger is.
Why would Ginger be your target? She didn't do anything to you. Neither did Alejandro. Well, he did something to me. Actually, you did something to him. You betrayed he and Diego. Oh, come on. They weren't a real alliance anyway. They were just
Convenient because somebody had the power, right?
well, yeah, but that's what this game is all about. Maybe for you, but for me, this game is survival. And maybe for me, that means getting out Ginger. Are you serious?
Clearly, you haven't spent enough time to Zeus to know when he's not kidding.
Wait, you're siding with him over me? Your partner?
Just because I'm forced to play the game with you doesn't mean I agree with everything you do.
Wow. You know, I thought I could trust you, Onyx, but now, I'm not so sure. Wow.
I'd kind of been siding more with Zeus than Matt recently, but when Matt kind of lashed out at me like that, it really hurt. I don't really know why. I don't really think much of him other than a partner.
Are you okay?
That just hurt more than I thought it would.
When Zeus comforted me, it actually did make me feel better. I'm totally confused in my feelings. Is this just a game to me or something more?
Unfortunately, Onyx had no time to explore these feelings, since the game came first and she was smack dab in the middle of the drama. After Ginger was eliminated, Symphonia became the next head of household. This was potentially dangerous for the 3 remaining members of the former Fantastic Four, who were now identifying themselves as the 3 Firstketeers.
Should we try to go talk to him now?
No way. We don't want to strike a deal this early.
This early in what?
our life in the game could be at stake.
This early in the nominations, you never strike a deal to the end when your life is on the line and they know it.
I don't follow.
If it's after the veto and you're still on the block, the head of household knows you'll do anything to stay. And if they actually want you to stay, that's when you try to strike a deal.
I have no idea what Poppie is talking about, but I think she's insane. There's no way I'm gonna let my life in the game go into the hands of Symphonia and Celeste. Nope.
After talking to other Alliance member, Miss Spooky, about what to say to Symphonia.
What if you go up as a pawn? Yeah, but then I can't keep myself safe in the veto. Yeah, but think about it. Everyone in this house hates Matt. Well, that's true. And if they hate Matt, they're not going to be voting you out.
Onyx approached Symphonia with an idea. It sounded like a deal to Symphonia, who nominated
Matt and Onyx. I feel 100% safe. I feel like the votes are on my side. It sucks that I will be a single, but I think I'd be better off than with him.
After she won the power of veto, Onyx had to make a bold decision and make it very clear to Matt where her loyalties lied.
If this comes back to bite me in the tush, then I guess I deserve it.
I hope that he somehow doesn't sink his wolf claws into the house guests and manage to turn them against me.
Any concerns Onyx had about Matt turning the house against her evaporated once the whole house knew what awful things Matt said to Onyx after the veto ceremony.
Ooh, gossip. Count me in.
What the heck happened? Why are you so frantic?
Matt wanted to talk to Onyx, right? Well, I don't know what they were talking about, but he told her that she is a horrible, two-faced, backstabbing Kinz because she tried to tell him the house hates him because of the whole Diego thing.
Wait, what? So he's blaming her for something that he did?
Yeah, I don't even know what the heck happened, but suddenly, apparently he, accused her of being horrible when she was just trying to tell him why we all want him out.
What a jerk. Oh my gosh, that poor thing.
Wow, this is just... wow.
And he tried to blame it on her? Wow. I mean, I knew he was kind of a bad Kinz, but that's just low.
Really? If I was able to vote, I would definitely vote him out because he's just awful. I just really, really can't wait for him to leave the Big Brother house.
The next thing I know, I'm talking with Severus and Miss Spooky, and they're telling me the whole house is talking about what a jerk that Matt is. See, Matt, it was not too nice playing the Big Brother game with you.
Sure enough, the vote was unanimous, and Matt walked out the door, leaving Onyx a single. During the next head of household competition, Onyx intentionally answered incorrectly. Her friend and Alliance member, Miss Spooky, won the head of household, but confronted her about why she threw the competition.
Why did you throw the question? Because it's a game move. I just got off the block, and, well, even if nobody was looking at getting me out, by getting the head of household, I might look like a threat, and that's the last thing I want. You're not a threat. I figured it'd be safer if you got it. Well, as much as I don't want it, you make a really convincing argument. But you have to promise to help me out. I don't know what the heck to do with this.
Naturally, Onyx did exactly this, as did Severus. Both offered their ideas and offered to be put up on the block as pawns.
I'd go up as a pawn again if you needed me to.
I could go up as a pawn too.
I vote no on that. It's too risky. I think maybe they'd be willing to get Alejandro out. I'm willing to go up.
And so am I, even though you don't want me to.
Miss Spooky decided to use Severus as a pawn. This meant that Onyx, as part of the shadow, had to do her part to protect her alliance member. Onyx was chosen to compete in the veto competition and made it to the final two, but unfortunately lost to Snickers.
Have you talked to her?
No. The only person she talked to was Snickers. Supposedly she's taking a nap, but she won't let anybody go in.
Wow. And she won't even talk to us?
Maybe she just really wants to make this decision on her own. I don't want to believe that she would shut us out on purpose.
Well, it's on purpose, but it's not without a purpose.
But they had nothing to worry about because Snickers used the power of veto to save Celeste and Severus. The next round, however, would prove to be difficult. Celeste won the head of household, which was bad news for Miss Spooky, who was responsible for getting out her best friend, Symphonia, in the previous round.
There's really no question about it. It's going to be Miss Spooky.
Crap. I was worried about that. We've got to keep her safe.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, Miss Spooky was nominated.
I'm assuming you two have been talking.
Yes. Well, we obviously want to get you off.
Yeah, we're going to do the best we can. I mean, we've got all three of us. We've got Poppie and we've got Zeus. So, I mean, that's 5 chances. Well, 6 if you count Snickers.
That's true.
But as solid as they thought their plan was, they did not win the power of veto. Zeus did.
Zeus just won the veto, and it just doesn't look very good for any of us.
If he uses it, then you're in danger, and we can't chance that. I want to go to the final 3 with you two. Why would I chance anything?
Because you were just gunning for Alejandro to get it last week. Why wouldn't you want this chance to put him up?
Because there's too much of a risk, don't you understand? In this case, the worst scenario is most likely to happen. You get put up with Alejandro, you get sent home. There's too many people who would vote for you over Alejandro.
Who exactly?
Like everybody in this house, Severus, Spooky, and Snickers. Yeah, we don't know what they're thinking.
You guys, I would be safe. Can't you just take a chance?
No. Absolutely not. No.
Despite her pleas, Zeus did not use the power of veto to save Snickers and Miss Spooky.
The shadow is not the shadow without Miss Spooky. I'll do what I can, but I don't have much faith. I'm really disappointed in Zeus for not using the veto, and I'm not even sure if I want to be a first kid here.
Unfortunately, the shadow went from 3 members to 2 members when Miss Spooky was evicted.
I assumed it was gonna happen that way. Oh, Miss Spooky, I'm so sorry. Thanks for playing with me. Let's hang out once this game is over.
Definitely.
In the next head of household competition, Onyx made it to the final 2, but unfortunately lost to Alejandro, who became the new head of household.
You're so screwed this week. What? Why? Because Alejandro is working with Celeste. What? There's no way. He's a floater. Not anymore. As of last week, he and Celeste are working together. I heard it from Zeus. Crap.
Hey Onyx, can I talk to you?
Onyx found out from Zeus about a deal made to get Miss Spooky out of the house, and was not happy.
Typical making backdoor deals this late in the game. Do you really think you can trust Celeste and Alejandro?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I helped them get out Miss Spooky, so they're gonna help me.
Yeah, you got out Miss Spooky. My friend.
I'm sorry, but friendship really doesn't take you that far in the game. She got out 2 best friends. Isn't it only fair that she gets out too?
You're so pathetic. It was a game move. I can't believe you're actually defending Celeste.
Well, she's gonna keep me safe. I know that.
Do you, Zeus? Do you? I'm so done with this freaking alliance. You can go back to just you and Poppie, because I am done.
You're quitting the alliance? Are you serious? This is the stupidest thing you've ever done, Onyx. This is seriously gonna damage your game. You are safe with Poppie and I.
I want nothing to do with you. I am done with the First-Geteers.
Onyx, are you... Onyx, get... Fine.
I'm glad that Zeus got the message. I am done with the First-Geteers, and I'm done with Zeus.
Having officially quit as a member of the 3 First-Geteers, Onyx only had Severus to rely on in the game. At the nomination ceremony, Onyx found out that she was put on the chopping block next to Snickers, but she wasn't surprised.
I really couldn't see him putting up Severus because that means Celeste might go up and his new little buddy might be unsafe.
Knowing that her life in the game was at stake, Onyx tried her hardest in the veto competition, but she just couldn't pull out a win.
Alejandro has won the power of veto.
Yes! I hold all the power this week.
Devastated, she approached Alejandro.
Zeus is a bigger threat than you think. He thinks he's controlling this game the whole time. I was with him and Poppie, and he thought he was controlling this game. And you might think that you are right now because you have the head of household, and last week your buddy Celeste had it, but I guarantee you, he or Poppie wins, they're back to controlling this house. I don't have anything against you. When you were on the nomination block, I talked Zeus into not voting for you.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, he wanted you gone because of like some stupid fight about a video game, and I told him no. Severus is voting for me to stay. Obviously, Poppie and Zeus are going to vote for me to go, but if you tell Celeste to vote for me to stay, you get to vote because you'll be the tiebreaker. You could send Snickers home.
Snickers isn't the target. What has he done wrong?
He's done nothing, but he's a floater. Obviously, it's totally up to you, but I just wanted you to hear me out.
Although Alejandro chose not to use the power of veto, what Onyx said made a difference, and during the eviction ceremony when the votes were tied, Alejandro made the final vote.
I am voting to evict Snickers.
Any relief Onyx may have had by not being evicted was short-lived when Celeste won the head of household.
This is it for me, Severus. This is the week I leave. Celeste wins head of household. She doesn't like me. She also works with Zeus. Ugh. Onyx, you can't think like that. It could go any way. Celeste, she doesn't like me. I'm gone.
But at the nomination ceremony, Onyx was surprised to get her key and to not be nominated for eviction.
Thanks, Celeste.
This means that Zeus and Poppie, you have been nominated. There is a reason for this. I will explain it to you later, but don't get mad, just trust me on this.
But she wasn't fooled and was sure that Celeste was intending to backdoor her.
This competition is really, really hard to win. I have to just pray that the BB gods have my back this week, that I win the veto so I can stay in the house one more week.
Unfortunately, she did not win the veto competition, and Celeste ended up with the power of veto on top of being the head of household.
That was literally my last chance, Severus. I am going home. I fought as hard as I could, but she won. And I didn't.
Look, don't give up until you're out of the house, okay? You don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe Alejandro will leave.
Right. The chances of that happening are slim. I hate Celeste. And if I stay in this house, both of them are going on the block.
Zeus was certain that Onyx would be evicted next, and he decided to torment her.
Have fun with your last meal, cause you are going this week, Onyx. Might as well prepare your final meal in the Big Brother house.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, cause you are going this week. You are going this week. Zeus, do you mind returning? Severus, shut your mouth, cause Onyx is going this week. You are going this week, yeah, Onyx. You better look your best for the cameras, cause you are going this week.
Please make it stop. I almost want to leave the house so he shuts up.
Yeah, Onyx, you can't run away from me, cause you are going this week. Oh yeah, you are going this week. No relaxing for a crappy player like you, cause you are going this week. Oh yeah.
Gosh, shut up, Zeus. You're obnoxious. Jeez. Shut up, Zeus.
You will shut me up. Better make your diary the best, cause you are going this week.
Onyx was shocked when Celeste decided not to use the power of veto.
Did that just happen? I'm not dreaming, right? Ouch. No, I'm definitely awake.
With the relationship between Onyx and Zeus very rocky, Zeus approached her with an attempt to sway her vote in his favor.
I think you and I should team up together. We should get out Celeste. We should get out Alejandro. Celeste and Alejandro are working together and they're extremely dangerous, especially if they're in a showmance.
What? Are you insane? A showmance, Celeste, and Alejandro? Dude, have you been sleeping? Are you feeling okay?
I'm fine. They're probably a solid final two.
Okay, and?
Onyx, listen to me. Keep me, okay? I guarantee.
You can't guarantee crap, Zeus, because even if I voted for you to stay, you're out. Nobody's going to vote for you to stay.
Onyx was extremely happy when Zeus was evicted from the Big Brother house.
I am so glad you're out. Now I can focus on actually enjoying this game instead of worrying about you all the time.
But as Onyx would soon find out, Zeus wasn't her only problem. Fortunately for her, she was guaranteed safety for the next round, since she won the head of household.
Yes!
Great job, Onyx. Good job, Onyx.
Congrats. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh my gosh, yes.
I thought for sure by now I would be out of the game, I'd be gone, I'd be in the jury house. I'm not, and this is a fantastic feeling. It's even better that I'm head of household now.
Here's what I'm worried about. You and Celeste are the only two in the house that are still a partnership.
I don't understand. Why is that so bad?
Because if I put up Poppie and Alejandro and one of them gets the veto, that means they both get to go down. And that's bad because then I have to put up you and Celeste. And if they've pretty much declared war on us, well, that means that they would get me out. It's extremely risky.
Onyx was certain that she and Severus would have a great chance at winning the power of veto, so she nominated Celeste and Severus. But after the nomination ceremony, Onyx realized what she did wrong.
I thought this was the right move, but have you seen the way they're laughing at me? They're probably planning to win the competition and keep nominations the same so they can get you out. So, we do have to vote. Yeah, because if we don't, we both might as well be walking out that door together. I thought I was making the right decision by putting Celeste and Severus up. But after the nomination ceremony, I've seen the way that the other three are looking at me. I might have just doomed both my game and Severus's by putting him up.
Although they tried hard, they did not win, and Celeste got the power of veto.
I am so sorry, Severus. I'm not blaming you. Besides, I really doubt I could have made it to the end anyway.
Unsurprisingly to Onyx, Celeste did not use the power of veto.
It's extremely hard to have to watch my best friend right now in the house, my only alliance, walk out that door and know that it is my fault. When people remember me in this game, that's what they're going to remember.
At the eviction ceremony, Onyx had to watch her best friend walk out the door.
I'm gonna miss you. Maybe you can pull out a miracle. Love you, Onyx. See you soon, hopefully. Hopefully not, but you know.
She was certain that the next round would be agony, but she was surprised to find out
This round of the Webkinz Big Brother Season 2 will be played in one episode. You will have to make quick decisions. The final 3 will be decided right here, right now.
Onyx unfortunately could not participate in the head of household competition, and she watched as the other 3, not a single one an ally to her in the game, competed. Alejandro ended up pulling out the win. Onyx knew that she would be nominated, but she didn't expect Poppie to suggest they work together.
I only have a minute to say this, so please be quiet, okay? Look, I know that Celeste and Alejandro are final 2. I don't have anybody, so it's gotta be you and me for the final 2, okay?
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. Taking you out, I'm pretty much next. I know I am. Somehow I'm going to be next. And they're going to make it to the final 2. You have to win that veto.
This is not how I imagined things were gonna go, but Onyx and Poppie.
The stress was on Onyx to win the veto competition,
I chose scissors. And I chose paper.
but she didn't win, and instead the win went to
Celeste, you have won the power of veto. You two are just so nasty. If this is what I have to escape, fine. Whatever. I'll happily walk out that door. As long as I don't have to listen to you anymore. Gosh, you're both awful. Neither one of you deserves to win.
Is this how you really want to go out?
No, not really, but I'm kind of being put into this position.
No, you're not. You could just not say anything.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Celeste chose not to use the power veto, and since she was the only house guest who could cast a vote for eviction, she made her vote.
I choose to evict Onyx.
No surprise there. Wish we could have made it to the final 2, Poppie.
Like, she was even going to take you to the final 2. Actually, yeah, she was. Because the both of you apparently have some final 2 deal. So, Poppie, I hope you win head of household because I'll be looking forward to voting for you.
She fought hard until the very end, but Onyx did not make it past the final 4. Onyx will be returning with the rest of the jury on finale night, where she will cast her vote to evict. She's already stated that she hopes Poppie will be in the final 2. We'll find out soon if Onyx's hopes were right.
Hi, I'm Celeste, the Ribbon Unicorn. I'm a pretty popular Webkinz at the college I come from, so I'm hoping I'll be popular enough to win everybody's heart.
When entering the house, Celeste was sure she would be popular, just like she was at her college, and she was sure popularity would keep her safe until the end.
It's not better than my sorority house, I can tell you that. I'd rather be there.
Figures. You're a sorority girl.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Oh my gosh, you were in a sorority too? Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, you were too? Oh, you are such sorority material. Oh, thanks.
And just like that, the friendship between Celeste and Symphonia was born.
I'm Celeste. I am a Uni Beta Uni sorority sister, and well, I have no idea what I want to do in college yet. I'm just kind of exploring options, you know?
When the partner twist was announced, Celeste was distraught. She couldn't be partnered up with Symphonia.
Oh my gosh, like, no, we can't be partners now. Like, I know. It's okay, we can still be friends. Like, this is so not fair.
Celeste and Severus.
Like, who in the fur is Severus?
That's me.
Like, OMG, are you serious?
I guess.
But the game quickly got exciting for Celeste when Big Brother veteran Annaliese returned to the game.
She's like my hero. Heroine, technically, not hero.
The head of household competition was not one that Celeste wanted to win, so she dropped out early in the competition.
Like, your wings are so amazing. I am so jealous. There's nothing to be jealous of. Your horn is awesome. Trust me. I've always wanted to be a unicorn. A Pegasus, nothing special. But you've got a horn. Well, I haven't really, like, taken any classes or anything, but supposedly all unicorns at school are gonna get to. Oh, it's so exciting.
Not winning the competition didn't seem like a big deal until Celeste found herself one of the first nominees of the game.
How rude. Like, you nominated me because you think I'm a loudmouth and I'm just gonna tell everybody secrets?
But she had nothing to worry about because her new best friend, Symphonia, won the veto competition, guaranteeing her safety.
Symphonia, you are the coolest girl I have ever known. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Like, I have never thrown a paper airplane before. I've always had them thrown in my head. I have decided to use the power veto to save my bestie. Oh, thank you.
But her moment of happiness was cut short when Annaliese was nominated in her place.
We're gonna do everything we can to make sure you stay. Really? You mean all three of you are gonna vote for Alejandro? Like, yeah, you are like our favorite house guest. Except for like Symphonia, because she's my best friend. Really? Oh, you're the sweetest.
Well, at least I know I have 3 votes to stay.
I admit I was thinking about voting to keep Annaliese.
You were? Oh my gosh, are you going to?
Well, I haven't exactly decided, but probably. I really want her to stay. I think she deserves a second chance.
Severus, you are like the best partner ever. I cannot believe this. Oh, I'm so excited. Annaliese is gonna stay.
Just because...
I've gotta go tell her this.
Ow.
But unfortunately, Annaliese did not have the votes, and Celeste had to say goodbye to the Big Brother veteran.
Okay. I can't believe you have to go. Like, you were the coolest house guest. Just remember everything that I've told you, okay?
After this, Celeste and Symphonia both flew under the radar, while drama in the house started brewing between alliances and other house guests.
I don't want our game to be like in jeopardy because of him. Oh my god, that's like a really big word. Oh my god.
But later on, when Matt got the head of household, he nominated Symphonia and her partner Diego. Although Matt had intended on getting one of the sorority girls out, the fighting between Matt and Diego prompted the majority of the house to vote out Diego, keeping Symphonia safe. However, Symphonia found herself nominated again during the next round's nomination ceremony, putting her right back in the danger. Luckily, Celeste was picked to compete in the veto competition, and she won the power of veto.
Yay! Oh my gosh, bestie! I like, no! Oh my gosh! It's gonna be really hard to like vote for somebody because I really like you, but like, Alejandro, you're really nice too.
Well, I want to play this game fairly, so here's what I'll tell you. Think about who is best for your game. Is it better to keep me in the house or Alejandro?
We're definitely gonna have to like think that over. Like, yeah.
She used the power veto to keep her friend safe from eviction. When it came time to vote out either Alejandro or Ginger, Celeste decided it was better to vote out
Alejandro.
But Ginger ended up being evicted. The next head of household, which was chosen by votes from the Big Brother fans, was Symphonia, which was great news for both her and Celeste.
Oh my gosh, head of household. I know, like, I probably could never actually win a competition on my own, but like, this is awesome. Never doubt yourself. Like, we are strong, okay? Just because we're not like beasts like Matt or Diego doesn't mean we're not good.
Oh, thanks, Celeste. You're like so sweet.
For Celeste, her friend being the head of household meant she was safe for one round. But during the next round, Miss Spooky, the new head of household, nominated Celeste and Severus.
I kind of feel like the whole house is going after Symphonia and I don't know why they think we're such a threat because we're not even that strong. But apparently Symphonia, like, getting the head of household last week was a bad thing because now I feel like everybody's gonna come after us. I think that is so unfair.
When it's time for the veto competition, luckily Symphonia's key was picked. However, even with both Celeste and Symphonia competing, neither one were able to win. Luckily, however, Snickers decided to use the power of veto to save Celeste and Severus. But even though Celeste was saved, her friend was not, and Symphonia became one of the replacement nominees.
There is no way that you're getting out. Like, we've already told the house that we're like not really strong and we're not a threat, and do you really think that you're gonna get out over Alejandro? Like, there's always a chance. Like, I'm already up on the block and everybody apparently sees me as a threat. You and me both. Nobody is voting you out. You are going to stay this week, Symphonia. We don't even have to talk to people. Like, all they have to do is think about it. Yeah, well, like, I hope you're right.
But unfortunately, Celeste was not right. At the voting ceremony, the house was torn between both Alejandro and Symphonia. Miss Spooky had to break that tie, and she chose Symphonia.
I don't know why, honestly, because he's a bigger threat than I am. I haven't really done anything, but okay. This isn't fair. Like, first, Annaliese leaves, and then BooBoo leaves, and now I have to lose you. I have to do this all by myself. Oh my god, Celeste, you can do this, okay? You're really strong, and obviously the house thinks so too, so show them how strong you are, okay? Do not forget that I love you. I love you too.
I will do everything I can to avenge you, I promise.
And avenge her she could, because she became the next head of household.
I am the head of household now, which is like really awesome, but at the same time it really sucks. I really need to find an ally. I can't be a floater. Hopefully it's not too late to get another alliance.
Hey, Alejandro, if you're not busy, can I like talk to you in my head of household room?
Knowing that she needed to work with somebody since she was now alone in the game, she approached Alejandro and asked if he would want to be in alliance with her.
I think you need somebody to have to kind of like hold you down so you're not like floating like a floater, you know?
Actually, it's not a bad idea. I mean, like you said, I'm pretty much by myself.
I mean, obviously we don't have to be friends or anything, but like if we could just at least stay safe in the house and like have each other to count on, like you never know, we can make it to the final two and like we never have to talk ever again after this.
Both being alone in the house, they agreed that it would be beneficial for their game to work together. When it came time for the nomination ceremony, Miss Spooky, the house guest who got out Symphonia, was nominated, and she was Celeste's main target. Zeus won the power of veto, which worried Celeste.
If he uses the veto and I put you up, you go home, and then I'm completely alone. Like, right now you're the only person I have. I can't risk that.
Unsure with how Zeus was going to use the power of veto, she decided to talk to him directly.
I'm not going to use the veto at all. I don't want to use it. Keeping the nominations the same.
Oh my gosh, thank gosh. Okay, but like, who are you voting out? I need to know, because I have to make sure that Miss Spooky gets out. Absolutely. Like, she has to go.
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it.
Look, just like listen to me. She like came after my friend and I can't. She separated us. She was my best friend. Miss Spooky just has to go. She doesn't really talk to anybody. She's really like by herself.
If you work with us to get her out, we can trust you.
Yeah, I know that I have a partner, but like Severus never even talks to me, and like he doesn't really mean anything right now. I just need to know that we can count on somebody besides us. We're so alone.
If you would rather Miss Spooky go, then yeah, I can jump on board.
Zeus did not use the power of veto and solidified Celeste's plan.
Everything is going perfectly. Like, this is the only time I can ever think that things have gone like perfectly like this. Thank you, Zeus.
And just like she wanted, Miss Spooky was evicted.
Karma strikes back, Yeah, apparently, with your attitude. So rude. I'm so glad she's gone.
Things were looking up for Celeste, because the next head of household was her new alliance member, Alejandro.
I knew you could do it, Alejandro. Oh my god.
All right, Alejandro. Can you believe I won it?
I'm so like excited. This is great. Oh my gosh. We could get out we could get out Onyx.
Do you think
Anybody in this house wants her to stay?
I could get out Onyx? She's such a freaking threat.
I know, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just great.
Eventually, Alejandro held not only the head of household, but also the power of veto. Celeste knew she was absolutely safe, And the target was Onyx, a houseguest Celeste didn't particularly like.
I don't know. I think a spring green would look really nice. I mean, you already have it in the ribbons in your hair and your tail, so you might as well try.
I don't know. Like, I've never worn green eyeshadow before. I really like the purple. It just really, really brings out my eyes, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It does look good. Just, if you ever want to mix it up. You don't want to wear the same thing all the time. You'll become too predictable.
That's the last thing I want to, happen.
But things in the Big Brother house changed quickly, as did Alejandro's target for this round.
Look, I got some information from Onyx. Oh, you mean about that talk the other day? What kind of crap did she give you? Oh, here's the thing. It's not crap. Zeus is pretty much manipulating me to try to get what he wants so that somebody who made him mad, which happens to be Onyx, gets out of the house. Yeah, and Onyx is like a threat. Big deal. Okay, well, how about the fact that Zeus is taking advantage of whoever is head of household, trying to be buddy-buddy with them, and basically manipulating them to do what he wants. Okay, well, that's kind of stupid. I don't like the idea of him trying to control me. I want to make my own decisions. I want to backstab him. How exactly do you plan to do that? By getting Snickers out. What? Onyx is right there on the block. We can get her out, immediately.
And you want to get Snickers out? He's, harmless.
I know this is really hard because you really don't like Onyx, but please, open your eyes, just for a second. Snickers is sitting around doing nothing. Do you really want him to win the game by sitting around doing nothing? If this continues, he practically will.
Okay, so I vote Snickers, and then, what?
Onyx told me that Severus is on her side. He votes for Snickers, you vote for Snickers. Poppie and Zeus vote for Onyx. That leaves a tie. Guess who breaks the tie?
No, freaking way. You do that in front of Zeus?
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but for the sake of not letting a flutter win this game, I'm going to vote out Snickers.
Yes! Oh my god. Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
And that's exactly what happened. Snickers was evicted from the Big Brother house instead of Onyx. Celeste got all the power back for the next round when she won the head of household competition.
Are you and Zeus not, working together anymore?
Honestly, it's, hard to say.
I was the head of household, but he wants to be in power. Yeah, okay.
He can go for all I care.
But although she really wanted Zeus gone, she had other plans for her nominations.
Honestly, I really want to backdoor Onyx.
Wait, what? But if you put her up, then...
Yeah, I'd have to put you up too, which really sucks, but I really want to backdoor her, and, I think we have the votes. Zeus would vote her out, and, Poppie would vote her out, so we have the votes.
Are you sure? The last thing I want is to go up as a pawn and get out, especially this late in the game.
You have nothing to worry about. Onyx is leaving. So, I'm putting up Zeus, and I'm going to tell him that I'm going to backdoor Onyx. But really, that's just a plan B, just in case he or Poppie wins the veto. The truth is, I really want Zeus out. He can leave this game now. Bye-bye.
Anticipating anger from Zeus during the nomination ceremony, Celeste promised to explain herself.
There is a reason for this. I will explain it to you later, but don't get mad, just trust me on this.
Which she did, leaving out her secret intentions.
I'm just backdooring her. Duh.
Oh, that's smart. Well, I guess most of us do have a chance to win the veto.
Yeah.
Fortunately for Celeste, she won the power of veto and held all the power.
Goodbye, Onyx. But you're definitely putting up Onyx, right?
Duh. Zeus and Poppie, think I'm going to take them off and put Onyx on. The truth is, I, don't know what to do. On one hoof, keeping up Zeus and Poppie would be really awesome because Zeus is a huge threat. On the other hoof, I don't like Onyx and I'm pretty sure she's going to come after me if she wins the head of household. So getting her out would mean I'm safe.
I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should keep Zeus up or if I should try to get rid of Onyx.
Do what's best for you. This is your game. If you think getting Onyx out betters your game, then do it. But if you think getting Zeus out betters your game, then do it.
Celeste had a difficult decision, but when she saw Zeus tormenting Onyx all throughout the house, her decision was made.
You are going this week. Oh yeah.
Gosh, shut up, Zeus. You're obnoxious. Jeez.
Zeus and Poppie, I have decided to
not use the power veto.
What?
With that, the veto ceremony is adjourned.
Zeus was not happy with this decision and demanded an explanation.
That's my decision and it's final. If you want to talk about it later, we can
No, I want to talk about this now. What do you mean you're not using the power veto on us? Explain yourself. We had a deal. Poppy and I are supposed to come down. Onyx is supposed to go up, and she's supposed to leave this week. What did you do? Did you strike some kind of a deal with her?
No, I didn't even talk to her. This was my decision, Zeus. I'm so sick of you running this house and thinking that you're in charge. And honestly, the way you've been treating Onyx since I won the power veto is really disgusting. You are a jerk, and your reign of power ends. You are going this week. Oh yeah, Zeus, you are going this week.
And Zeus was evicted from the Big Brother house.
Celeste, you better hope you're not in the final 2. You're not getting a jury vote from me.
With only 5 house guests remaining, the house was split. Onyx, the new head of household, was on one side with Severus, and on the other was Celeste, Alejandro, and Poppie.
Whoever is here after this round's eviction is just gonna have to make sure that neither one of them gets to go to the final 2.
Okay.
Onyx chose to nominate Celeste and her partner, Severus, for eviction.
We've got 3 on our side, Onyx. You're definitely not going to the final 2. You're so stupid.
The veto competition would be coming up soon, and every single house guest would be competing since there were only 5 left. The chances of winning the veto were better for Celeste, Poppie, and Alejandro since they were 3 versus 2.
Whoever wins, the nominations will stay the same.
Celeste ended up winning the veto competition.
I told you that I had it. In your face, Onyx. You know what, Celeste? Shut up. We both did our best. Okay, sure. If getting out on your first throw is your best, whatever.
Hey, we got out on our first throw.
Yeah, but you weren't the first one to go.
Celeste, I have never really stood up against you because you're my partner. And even though we are on completely different sides of the house right now, I thought that we could stick together through this game. That's what partners do, even if they have differing opinions. But you know what? You're a stuck-up, really snobby brat.
He's so rude. Good riddance to you this week, Severus. You are so disrespectful.
At the veto ceremony, even though she had the power veto, Celeste did not use it.
Onyx, you did the stupidest thing ever. Say goodbye to your friends, and next week we'll say goodbye to you.
As expected, Severus was evicted from the Big Brother house.
Good riddance.
Hey, don't be rude.
Luckily for Celeste, she didn't have to wait an entire round to find out who would make it into the final 3, because a surprise double eviction was announced. The winner of the head of household competition was Alejandro.
This is awesome.
He nominated Poppie and Onyx. During the veto competition, Celeste won the power of veto.
Onyx, I cannot wait for you to walk out that door. This is the best round I think we've ever played.
That's for sure. Bye-bye, Onyx. Sorry.
You two are just so nasty.
You call us rude, but you were just as rude.
Whatever. Goodbye. Ugh.
She chose not to use it, and since she was the only house guest who could make a vote, she chose to eliminate Onyx. On her way out, Onyx let slip the information that was passed to her from Poppie, from Severus, from Alejandro himself, that Alejandro and Celeste had a final 2 deal.
Yeah, she was. Because the both of you apparently have some final 2 deal. So, Poppie, I hope you win head of household because I'll be looking forward to voting for you in the final 2.
How does she know about that?
I don't know.
Don't look at me. You're the one who told Severus.
You what? Are you serious? Jeez, can't you keep your mouth shut?
What does it matter? We're in the final 3.
Yeah, but now I'm in this awkward position where I have to compete against Poppie.
You were going to have to anyway.
Yeah, but at least it was just kind of quiet before. Now I'm doing it with you knowing.
I didn't really need Severus to tell me. I pretty much already figured it out. Jeez.
Celeste is now officially in the final 3. The way she has played has changed over the course of the game. With a final 2 deal with Alejandro there's a good chance she may actually make it to the end with her alliance member. But what is in store for Celeste for the rest of the Big Brother game? You'll only find out by watching the rest of Season 2 of Webkinz Big Brother. Will we see Celeste on finale night? Or will she be the last house guest to join the jury?
Hey guys, I'm Alejandro the brown dog. I like to think of myself as a gamer, so I think I'll be pretty good in this game.
Alejandro entered the house as a gamer, which put a target on his back, but didn't prevent him from making it to the final 3.
I'm Alejandro, I am a brown dog, I've got a girlfriend back at my college, and I love gaming.
When the partner twist was announced, Alejandro watched as his fellow house guests were paired up, but he did not have a partner. That's when the second twist of the game was also announced. His partner was Big Brother veteran Annaliese.
That's my partner?
That's right, I'm back in the Big Brother game. So, which one of you house guests is my partner?
That's me. I'm Alejandro. I'm
Perfect. Great to be working in the game with you.
Maybe I'm just dumb, but it seems like Annaliese is a lot more pleasant than the last game.
During the first head of household competition, Alejandro may have actually made it to the end, but his partner, Annaliese, told him to drop out.
Alejandro, listen. My mistake in the first season was getting the first head of household. I put a huge target on my back. So let's both drop, okay?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, me first and then you.
I'm sorry, Annaliese and Alejandro, but you were out of the competition.
I was really impressed that Annaliese realized her mistake from the first game. I mean, she does have experience, so hey, whatever she says is probably good.
But unfortunately, being the partner of a Big Brother veteran, especially one who is known to cause quite a few problems in the Big Brother house, put a target on Alejandro's back anyway. They were both nominated as replacement nominees after the veto was used during the first round.
I feel like being placed as Annaliese's partner has put me in this position, and I feel like I would otherwise be safe. So I'm really hoping I can get the house to vote for Annaliese so that I stay, because I don't want to have to get out of the game just because, you know, my partner happens to be a former player.
At the voting ceremony, he pleaded with his house guests to let him stay.
I really don't want to go, but if I have to, you know, that's your decision. You know, it's been real great being in the dorm room with you guys. I just really hope I get to stay.
Luckily, the house didn't see him as the bigger threat. His partner, Annaliese, was evicted, and he became the first single in the game. But that didn't seem to hurt his game. Diego, a house guest he had befriended, became the second head of household.
If this is what it's like being head of household, I want to be head of household every week. You, figuratively speaking, not literally. You guys are welcome to stay in here. You're my buds, and I am all about my buds.
This alliance of 3 guys kept Alejandro safe, and he watched as BooBoo was eventually evicted from the Big Brother house. During the next round, Matt won the head of household competition, keeping Alejandro safe again for another round. Although he was pretty much guaranteed safety, things were not peaceful between the 3 guys.
So say I put up you and Symphonia. Wait, why would you do that? Because I'm the head of household and we've got power in this house, so we can convince everybody to vote out Symphonia. Why wouldn't you put up Severus? Yeah, why would you put up one of your own instead of Severus? Okay, this is my head of household, not yours. I know. If you're just gonna be a jerk, then you can get out, because I'm trying to talk strategy and you won't even listen. You're letting feelings get in the way. Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich. I think I'm gonna go help him make that sandwich or something.
The alliance between the 3 guys was destroyed when Diego was nominated for eviction. Although Alejandro voted to save him,
I vote to eliminate Symphonia.
Diego was evicted from the Big Brother house.
This sucks. I don't want you to go. Neither do I, dude, but play hard, okay? I'll play hard, definitely. Good luck, okay? Same to you.
After Diego's eviction, there were 3 singles in the Big Brother house. Alejandro was no longer alone, especially because the other singles decided that they should stick together.
You know, we're the only 3 singles in the house. I think we should make a pact. If any of us get up, we'll do whatever we can to help the other person, even if they don't win the veto.
You can count me in for that. Symphonia, you make a really good argument. I hadn't really thought about that. Wait, so we're like making an alliance? Kind of. Only if we get up. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to know that I have somebody to count on if I do get up.
The pact came at a perfect time because Ginger and Symphonia were nominated next.
I'm suspecting that they're trying to backdoor me. I don't think his target is either one of you.
I don't think so either. That's why it's really important that you have to win the veto.
Wait, me?
If either of us wins the veto, you can still be put up. But if you win the veto, you're pretty much safe and you can't be put up. Oh my gosh, I never even thought of that.
Right, so it's all resting on my shoulders. But how do we even know I'm gonna get picked?
Yeah, what if he doesn't get picked? Then what? If you don't get picked, we all have to fight for ourselves. I guess that's fair.
But Alejandro didn't win. Celeste did, which meant that Symphonia would be safe and Alejandro would be nominated in her place.
It just sucks that this means I'm actually going up. I'm probably gonna end up leaving.
Not that I want to be the one to leave, but don't give up hope, Alejandro. It's gonna be really hard to vote for somebody because I really like you, but Alejandro, you're really nice too.
At the veto ceremony, it was made official. Symphonia was saved and Alejandro was nominated.
I don't really know what's gonna happen this upcoming eviction. I really hope that I stay and that Ginger leaves.
With his life in the Big Brother game in danger, Alejandro spoke to his fellow house guests to try to ensure his safety.
I really don't want to go, so I was wondering if I could talk some gameplay strategy with you or something. Oh, finally, somebody comes to us to talk about this. This is gonna be good. Nobody's talked gameplay strategy with you? Nobody that's on the block. I know I don't really have anything to offer because I'm not in an alliance. You know, I don't really have any power. But I just want you to know that if you vote to keep me and I stay, I will have your back.
Yeah, but this is the Big Brother house. How do I know you're not lying?
She's got a point. I don't know. You're just gonna have to trust me. I don't lie. I got totally screwed over by Matt. I think you can count 2 votes in your favor, Alejandro. Really?
Definitely.
Awesome.
At the voting ceremony, Ginger was evicted from the Big Brother house, and Alejandro was safe once again. The problems that Matt was causing for the house kept a target off of Alejandro's back. Alejandro got the last laugh.
Matt wanted me out last week, and look, now there's probably the chance that he could go home.
Matt was not only nominated, but he was also evicted.
With him walking out the door, all the lame ones are gone.
That I can agree with.
Yeah, I play games sometimes. I'm not a heavy gamer, but I do enjoy a nice game of Call of Duty. Call of Duty's okay. It's not the best. I prefer Battlefield. It's got much more action. What? Are you serious, man? Call of Duty is where it's at. Well, maybe it's because I play with gamers older than 5 years old. Alright, touche, touche. I bet you get your tush whooped by a bunch of Lilkins. Normally, I'd attack you for that, but that was a good one.
During the next round, Miss Spooky, the head of household, had originally nominated Celeste and her partner Severus. However, Snickers, who won the power veto, chose to save them from eviction. Miss Spooky chose Alejandro and Symphonia for her replacement nominees.
Oh wow, didn't see that one coming.
Of course. Sorry guys, like I said, it's just a game move.
I feel like I had it coming, the prior 2 alliance members that I was with are both out, and I feel like maybe it's my turn. If it's my time, then it's my time, but I'm not gonna go out without a fight.
But it wasn't Alejandro's time. During the voting ceremony, the house was tied between evicting Symphonia and evicting Alejandro. It came down to the head of household, Miss Spooky, who decided to evict Symphonia.
He's a bigger threat than I am. I haven't really done anything, but okay.
Alejandro thought he was alone in the house. But Celeste, who now was alone because her friend who had been evicted, approached him with a deal for an alliance.
You want to work together?
Okay, I know it's crazy, but just hear me out. I don't have a friend or anybody in this house because obviously BooBoo left and Annaliese left and now Symphonia left. You really don't seem like you have anybody because I don't know, nobody really seems to be talking to you that much, and I think that we could be good. You're smart because you play games, and you see where I'm going with this?
I do. And actually, it's not a bad idea. mean, like you said, I'm pretty much by myself.
I mean, obviously we don't have to be friends or anything, but like if we could just at least stay safe in the house and like have each other to count on, like you never know, we can make it to the final 2.
I don't know, she could be right. I mean, she's won competitions, she seems to be smarter than she lets on, even though she doesn't really think she's a threat. I think that this could actually be a good move for me, and I'm willing to trust her.
This alliance came in handy because he coasted through the round while Celeste sought out her revenge by making sure Miss Spooky was evicted. Things were finally looking up for Alejandro because he became the next head of household, much to Celeste's excitement.
We could get we could get an Onyx.
Do you think?
Do you think anybody in this house wants her to stay?
I could get an Onyx. She's such a freaking threat.
I know, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just great. I'm so excited.
I want to be able to tell everybody that my boyfriend won Webkinz Big Brother. I'm rooting for you, and so is everybody back home and in the dorm. We love you. We miss you. Make us proud. Stephanie.
Oh, love letter. It's so, like, cute.
At the nomination ceremony, Alejandro nominated Onyx and Snickers, with Onyx being his target and Snickers being a pawn.
Hey guys, oh my god, that was great. I know, I can't believe it. Finally getting out a big player.
Alejandro, who had not held any power in the house until this round, won the veto on top of winning the head of household. It seems like Onyx, his target, was actually going to be evicted this round. But expect the unexpected. Onyx approached Severus with some interesting information.
What's up?
I know I'm your target this week, but I just thought maybe you should listen to reason.
Reason about what, exactly?
Zeus is a bigger threat than you think. He thinks he's controlling this game the whole time. Severus is voting for me to stay. Obviously, Poppie and Zeus are going to vote for me to go, but if you tell Celeste to vote for me to stay, you get to vote because you'll be the tiebreaker. You could send Snickers home.
Snickers isn't the target. What has he done wrong?
He's done nothing, but he's a floater. Like, he hasn't done anything. Obviously, it's totally up to you, but I just wanted you to hear me out.
I don't know what to do with this information. I'm going to use until the very last second when it's time to cast the votes. I just hope that Onyx is right about this.
Uncertain about the information he was given from Onyx, Alejandro decided, for the meantime, to keep the nominations the same. But after the veto ceremony, Alejandro decided he was tired of Zeus's manipulation. He spoke with Celeste about making sure the votes would end up in a tie.
I know this is really hard because you really don't like Onyx, but please open your eyes just for a second.
You already know that Zeus and Poppie want Onyx out.
Yeah, but Onyx told me that Severus is on her side. He votes for Snickers, you vote for Snickers. Poppie and Zeus vote for Onyx. That leaves a tie. Guess who breaks the tie?
No, like, freaking way. You do that in front of Zeus?
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to vote out Snickers.
Yes! Oh my god. Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
At the voting ceremony, when the votes ended up in a tie, Alejandro evicted Snickers.
Onyx, I heard what you said when you spoke with me. I took it into consideration, and because of this, I am voting to evict Snickers. It is official. Snickers, with a vote of 3-2, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Ooh.
Things continued to look up for Alejandro when he was guaranteed safety in the house for one round after his alliance partner, Celeste, won the head of household.
I think we have a good chance of making it to the final 2. So far, we've been pretty good allies in this game.
Zeus and Poppie were nominated for eviction. Since Alejandro was one of the voters, he was approached by Poppie, who attempted to talk game in order to guarantee her safety.
I guess I really haven't thought about who I want to take to the final 2 if I make it that far, so I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes. I mean, maybe. I'll just have to see how this week goes. What if you win the head of household this week? Can I guarantee that you won't put me up? I haven't really thought about that, honestly. I'm gonna have to do what's best for my game. Okay, but is it best for your game to get out somebody who's trying to be on your side? Like, we know this is gonna go. I'm gonna be here. So, why not try to get somebody on your side?
What is Poppie even talking about? I would never trust her. Is she blind? I'm working with Celeste. If I were to make it to the final 2, it would be Celeste. It wouldn't be you, Poppie. I'm sorry. No.
During the next head of household competition, Alejandro tried his best, but unfortunately, he was not able to snag a win. Onyx was. The house split. Celeste, Alejandro, and Poppie against Onyx and Severus. But soon it became apparent to the trio that Onyx being the head of household was just a joke.
Celeste and Severus, you two are up for nomination this week.
I can't believe she actually put up Severus. I didn't think she'd do that.
Well, you know why, right?
No, why?
Seriously, come on, use your head, Poppie. She put up two that want to be safe, plus herself who wants Severus to be safe.
Wait a minute, are you saying she put him up as a pawn this late in the game?
Yeah, and that's really risky. What a dummy.
Seriously, she thinks she could win the beat-out and take him off? Does she know how good of competitors we are?
I guess she was only thinking of the numbers.
How stupid. She would have been better to put us up. At least she wouldn't look like a total traitor by getting her friend out. Whatever. Severus is definitely leaving this round.
At the veto competition, Celeste pulled out the win, and although she was nominated, she decided not to use the power of veto, knowing exactly how the votes were going to fall. And at the voting ceremony, Alejandro and Poppie both voted out Severus. Since Onyx could not compete for the head of household, Alejandro felt pretty safe and was confident he would make it to the final two. When the surprise double eviction twist was announced, he wasn't that concerned. During the head of household competition, Alejandro easily pulled out the win.
Yes, yes! Sorry, Poppie, I'm so sorry. I had to. Yes!
Dang it! So close.
Yes, like you were such a boss. Never thought I'd hear you say that before, but yes!
Even though he had a very short amount of time to decide who he wanted to nominate, Alejandro knew almost right away. He nominated Poppie and Onyx, with his target being Onyx. Celeste won the veto competition. She chose not to use the power veto, and since she was the only house guest who could actually vote, she immediately voted out Onyx. On her way out, Onyx revealed information that she had learned. Information that tied directly back to Alejandro.
The both of you apparently have some final two to go. So, Poppie, I hope you win head of household because I'll be looking forward to voting for you in the final two. Like, how does she know about that?
I don't know.
Don't look at me, you're the one who votes Severus.
You like, what? Are you serious? Jeez, can't you keep your mouth, like, shut?
What does it matter? We're in the final three.
Yeah, but now I'm in, like, this awkward position where, like, I have to compete against Poppie.
You were going to have to anyway.
Yeah, but, like, at least it was just kind of quiet before. Now, like, I'm doing it with you knowing.
I didn't really need Severus to tell me. I pretty much already figured it out. Jeez.
Despite losing his partner very early on in the game, Alejandro has made it to the final three. We'll see Alejandro on finale night, either as the final member of the jury or as one of the final two house guests.
I'm Poppie the Glamorous Gorilla. And we're siblings playing
In the Big Brother house. We might be related, but we're nothing alike.
I want to charm all the house guests.
And I want to be friends.
Poppie may have entered the Webkinz Big Brother game with her brother, but the two were nothing alike, and that would soon be obvious with how they played the game. Although Poppie's original intention was to charm the house guests, her intelligence won over, and she soon became one of the smartest house guests.
I'm stuck in a bed with 3 hot guys and 2 sorority sisters. I cannot ask for anything better.
I'm Poppie Sparkleton. I am actually BooBoo's sister, but we go to different colleges, so it's really great to be here and to be able to play with my brother.
The partner twist was announced, and Poppie found out she was partnered with Zeus. Although at the time it seemed like an odd duo, it would prove to be a great partnership as the two worked together very well, with both house guests being quite intelligent and very smart when it came to playing the game. This was obvious from the start. During the very first head of household competition, Poppie and Zeus both agreed to strike a deal with Matt in order to secure their safety as head of household. Poppie and Zeus made it to the final two in the competition, but Poppie ultimately decided to give it to her partner and let him take the win. Even though she was not the head of household, she was still guaranteed safety for the round. Once Zeus got his head of household room, it was time for business. Poppie, Zeus, and Matt talked gameplay. When the idea of having a spy came about, Onyx, Matt's partner, also became involved. The four soon decided to make an alliance together.
So 4 of us in an alliance? I love this idea.
I guess I'm game. My paw is in, and so is mine.
Yeah!
As the first round went on, Poppie's intelligence started to show.
Severus doesn't think Annaliese, but Miss Spooky and I, our votes are on Annaliese.
I really don't want to put her up though. But wait, her partner is Alejandro.
Yeah, and
I've heard some talk around the house that everybody thinks Alejandro has a really good chance of winning because he's a gamer and he knows some good moves.
But this isn't a virtual game, this is real.
I know, but like there's lots of studies that say virtual games help you make real life decisions. Dude, that's deep.
do you really think he could be a threat?
I don't know. What do you think?
I want Annaliese to say, but if we could get the house to vote for Alejandro, I say put him up.
I hate to agree because there's the chance Annaliese might get out, but it's a chance we have to take.
Yeah.
Poppie became a very valuable member of the Alliance. Although this was the first time that Poppie's brains first started to show, often in the game she would give very valuable insight to Onyx and Zeus.
I can't believe that we have to be apart so much. We used to be so close when we were little. I know. And poor Lily is home all by herself because she's not even in college yet. Oh, I feel so bad for her. I know, I wish she could be on the show too. Hey, are you gonna eat any of this banana? You know, I kind of overdid it when I first went to college. Totally gained the freshman 15 on bananas? Yeah, it was ridiculous. Okay, well, maybe I'll just eat one and not like the whole thing. That's a good idea.
During the next round, Matt, who was friends with Diego, the head of household, told the Fantastic Four, the name of the alliance between Zeus, Poppie, Onyx, and Matt, that it was possible BooBoo could be nominated. This naturally made Poppie very upset, and she was not a fan of the idea.
I'm sure we can get everybody to vote out Ginger.
Well, you better, or I'm gonna hold it against you for the rest of the game.
Come on, no grudges.
BooBoo was indeed nominated and was unfortunately evicted from the game.
BooBoo, oh my gosh, no. Oh, this is awful. You know what, Ginger? I don't like you because somehow you convinced almost everybody in this house to vote against my brother, and this is awful. Poppie, Mom would not be very happy about this. Mom's not here, but Mom is watching and so is Lily. You have to be a good example for our little sister. Okay, fine, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't hate you, I'm just very mad.
Yes, I can see that.
The head of household for the next round was Matt, which originally appeared to be a great idea, as he was part of the Fantastic Four. However, it soon became apparent that Matt was a little power crazy.
We're gonna have to protect him, or not protect him. Well, I have to protect him no matter what. He's my partner. Honestly, this is just a disaster.
However, Poppie really wasn't concerned.
If Diego gets out, then it'll just be Alejandro, and he'll be by himself because I highly doubt Matt's gonna stand with him because I'm pretty sure Alejandro's gonna stand with Diego. So will you two just shut up?
You know, she has a valid point. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just freaking out.
It was during this conversation that Poppie started to notice something.
I know when there's like a romance about to ignite. The way they're talking, that's definitely like one of the first signs. This little like awkward, like not really knowing you're flirting, but kind of flirting thing. This is so weird because I always thought that like Onyx had a thing for Matt.
Poppie's position in the house was pretty secure at this point. During the next head of household competition, Zeus won. This guaranteed Poppie yet another round of safety.
Who are we gonna nominate?
Well, I don't know who you're thinking, but Matt's already talked to me.
Well, what did he say?
Wait a minute. Why isn't Matt here? Isn't he part of our alliance?
Yeah, kind of, but with him as head of household ruling what's best for him instead of best for the alliance, I don't know if he's really loyal to us, you know? I mean, no offense, Onyx, but I really don't want him in our group.
I'm stuck as being his partner. It's not like I chose to.
So wait, if neither of you like him, why don't we put him up?
What?
What?
Okay, just hear me out. Onyx, you don't want to be his partner, right?
Well, I guess I don't mind it, really.
And Zeus, you said you're not pleased with him, right?
Well, yeah.
So the only logical explanation is to put up Onyx and Matt. Onyx, you throw the veto competition, hope that Matt doesn't win it, and then you keep them on the block and we convince the house that Matt is the bigger threat.
Yeah, but then there's the danger of me getting out.
Let's consider it a last resort. You know, in case the original nominees get off, then we'll nominate them.
Yeah, please.
Fine.
Although Poppie's idea was brushed aside for that round, it did stick in Onyx's mind, and during the next round, Symphonia, the new head of household, nominated Onyx and Matt with the intention of getting Matt out. The plan went perfectly. Onyx won the power veto and chose not to use it, and during the eviction ceremony, Matt was evicted. This left Onyx partnerless, but it got rid of Matt, who became a problem for the Fantastic Four, which was now reduced by one member and became the Three Frisketeers.
Why not just be the Three Musketeers?
Because that is so uncreative. Come on, we've all got fur. The Three Frisketeers.
That's it, guys. It's canon. The Three Frisketeers.
But I didn't vote.
Ha! 2 against 1. The Three Frisketeers! We are gonna strike everyone down with our imaginary swords.
One for all and all for one. Or something like that.
Why am I friends with you guys?
Although the head of household was not one of the Three Frisketeers, it was Onyx's friend, Miss Spooky. This meant that, by association with Onyx, Poppie was safe for another round. She was also safe for the following round, since Celeste, who was the new head of household, was targeting Miss Spooky, who was responsible for Symphonia being evicted from the Big Brother house the round before. And the round after that, she was safe since Alejandro, the new head of household, was targeting Onyx, who had voluntarily left the Three Frisketeers due to finding out about backdoor deals Zeus had made without her consent in order to get Miss Spooky out of the house. When Celeste won the next head of household competition, Poppie and Zeus were confident Onyx would be nominated and evicted next. However, they were in for a surprise at the nomination ceremony.
Zeus and Poppie, you have been nominated. There is a reason for this. I will explain it to you later, but don't get mad, just trust me on this.
Although they were very upset with the nominations, they were told by Celeste that they were merely pawns to ensure that Onyx did not win the power of veto and remove herself as a nominee.
Oh, that's smart. Well, I guess most of us do have a chance to win the veto.
Yeah, literally, she's her only chance. Maybe Severus, but we could probably, convince them to go our side. So, unless she wins, she's totally getting out.
That is so smart. Okay, I apologize. Yeah, I was mad, but I wish you would have said something beforehand.
However, when Celeste won the power of veto, she decided not to use it, angering both Zeus and Poppie. This is when the truth came out.
What do you mean you're not using the power of veto on us? Explain yourself. We had a deal. Poppie and I are supposed to come down. Onyx is supposed to go up, and she's supposed to leave this week.
I'm so sick of you running this house and thinking that you're in charge.
And honestly, the way you've been treating Onyx since I won the power veto is really disgusting. You are a jerk, and your reign of power ends.
But that's pretty bold, Celeste.
This game is about lies and deceit. And yeah, I was going to take you guys off. But unfortunately, I made the decision that's better for my game. And you two are a threat, especially you, Zeus. Poppie, I expect you'll be staying in this house, and I hope that we can continue to get along. If not, I totally understand.
I think I'm pretty much in the clear for this week. It's gonna suck seeing him go. It's gonna suck being on my own. But Zeus, you kind of did it to yourself, buddy. We played really, really well, but it's time for us to part ways.
Yeah, thanks for playing the game with me, Poppie.
Despite the great run they'd had throughout the game, Poppie and Zeus had to say goodbye when Zeus was evicted.
Poppie, you better make it.
I'm gonna do my darn hardest. I love you, man.
Do a good job, okay?
I'll do my best.
If I see you in the jury house, I'm gonna be so mad.
This left Poppie on her own. With the one house guest she could rely on gone, she decided to stick with Celeste and Alejandro, and the house split into 2 groups. This was extremely apparent when Onyx won the next head of household. At first, Poppie, Alejandro, and Celeste were bitter.
I know. I think I would rather have Annaliese back in the game instead of Onyx at this point.
But after the nomination ceremony, it wasn't Onyx who was laughing. It was the trio.
Think of it this way, Poppie. If Severus goes, then one of us is guaranteed to win the head of household.
And since Onyx won't be able to do anything,
then she gets out next. This is perfect, you guys.
So obviously try your best, but whoever wins, the nominations will stay the same.
Fortunately for Poppie, Severus was desperate to try to keep himself safe in the house. He had gathered some interesting information from Alejandro, which he passed along to the glamorous gorilla.
Alejandro just told me that he has a final 2 deal with Celeste.
Really?
Yeah, and look, I know I'm going out this week and everything, but I was talking with him and that's what he told me, and I thought it'd be fair to tell you,
because I figure you guys are probably going to want to get Onyx out, and, well, there you have it.
Very interesting. Obviously, I want to make it to the final 2, and obviously the 3 of us were planning to make it to the final 3. Well, no offense, but you know, that's just game.
No offense taken.
I didn't know that. This doesn't really surprise me because they're pretty close and have been for a big part of the game. I can't believe Alejandro would actually tell him. And obviously, I'm not going to go confront him because that would just cause a lot of stupid drama I don't want to be a part of or cause. But this is very interesting information. I'm pretty sure that Severus gave me this information because he's hoping that I will vote for him to stay. But here's the thing, having both him and Onyx in the house is too much of a threat because I know that he and Onyx have a final 2 as well.
Severus was evicted from the Big Brother house. This solidified Poppie as one of the final 4, but she and the other house guests were surprised by a twist late in the game. A double eviction.
This is awesome!
Although she tried hard, Poppie did not win the head of household competition. Alejandro did. She was nominated along with Onyx, but it was obvious that Onyx was the target. However, Poppie knew that if she made it to the final 3, her chances of making it to the final 2 were very slim.
I know that Celeste and Alejandro are final 2. I don't have anybody, so it's gotta be you and me for the final 2, okay?
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. Taking you out, I'm pretty much next. If you win the veto, then he has to put up Celeste, and you get to vote her out.
I didn't even think I had a chance.
I'm going to try to win it too, because I'm going to take myself off.
And you're gonna backdoor Celeste? Do you think this is gonna work?
We have a 50% chance.
However, they both tried their best in the veto competition, but neither one were able to secure a win. Poppie watched as Onyx walked out of the Big Brother house.
No surprise there. Wish we could have made it to the final 2, Poppie.
She's now one of the final 3. Will we see her on finale night as part of the jury, or as one of the 2 house guests who is eligible to win Webkinz Big Brother Season 2? Fans of Webkinz Big Brother, it is now your turn to decide which house guest in Season 2 of Webkinz Big Brother played the game the best. Do you think that somebody who played the game with intelligence was the best player? Or do you think somebody with an outstanding social game was the best player? Votes will be accepted until November 10th, 2019. At midnight of November 10th, 2019, the voting will be closed. You have until then to cast your vote for who you believe deserves to win Best House Guest. The fans' choice will be announced on finale night after the winner of Webkinz Big Brother Season 2 is announced. You can vote for any house guest. Thank you for watching. This is Avery from outside the Big Brother house saying, we'll see you at the finale.